Alrighty, let's let's do this.
Let's do it.
Hello everyone. Welcome to Thursday Eye for November 20. What a week! What a week! Welcome to Thursday Eye, November 20th. My name is Alex Volkov. I'm an AI evangelist with Weights and Biases from CoreWeave. I'm the host of Thursday Eye, and I'm here on location at AI Engineer in New York. And I'm not the only one. I have a friend here, Ryan Carson from AMP. With the logo, I love that,
I
man.
know, it's new.
Yeah, and we're on location at the Engineer in New York. This is I think the second one this year, and hopefully everything is set up and you guys can hear us well. We're gonna have a few guests joining us on this honestly insane week.
I know, it's crazy.
Just
crazy.
an absolutely insane week. We're also joined by some other folks here. So we're gonna have Wolfram, we're gonna have LDJ, we're gonna add them to the stage in a bit. But just before, I would like to call out that this podcast studio is hosted by the great AI engineer folks. So shout out to Swix and Ben from AI Engineer. And we will tell you about the conference because it is live streamed. And so those of you who choose to tune in with us, the 200 or so for now, thank you, welcome. We're gonna make sure that all of this like very busy week that we have prepared for you is going to be covered fully, but also we will tell you all about this conference and what's going on and the incredible amount of speakers here from essentially every agent lab and foundation lab in existence.
Everybody's here.
And all are talking, and we're gonna basically um, we're gonna also experience some background noise. Maybe that's a good call out because we're here on location. We don't control the crowd. They may come. There may be some noises, but we'll definitely be very happy to share with you everything that's going on, including the recent release of Nano Banana Pro. Yes. So we're gonna chat about all that. So let's add Wolfram and then see a sound test with Wolfram. Hey Wolfram, let's see if we can do a sound test with you.
Hi guys, how are you doing?
We can you hear Wolfram?
I can. You're a little bit quiet. But let's try it again.
Testing
Yeah.
again. Hello, 1, 2, 3.
I think we're getting an echo. Let's add Yam and test this if Yam's gonna join us, right? So folks, because we're on location, we're like in wide mode, we're probably going to focus on the host here, just because it's going to be hard for us to hear the digital host as well. But we do have Jan Pelik here, Wolfram Ravenwolf, and LDJ. I want to shout out the hosts here as well. And I want to acknowledge that this week was an absolutely insane week for AI news. Just bonkers, folks. Just bonkers. We will do. Okay, let's start with this. Let's do a round of who. Let's say a round of news, the most favorite one. This week is a very interesting week to do this because there's honestly a lot. And we also already went live today, this week. Ryan and I and some other folks joined, and we did a live review of Gemini 3.
Yeah.
But for now, I think, before we get started, and before we have guests, folks, we have guests today from Gemini, and hopefully from OpenAI. They're just like walking around here, I just pulled some folks in. So hopefully we'll have Dominic from OpenAI and then Thor from Gemini to talk about their releases this week, because none of the companies could just like sit quietly. But before we get started with the TLDR, which is gonna be long, which is everything that's going to happen. And before we dive in with details, let me start with questions about your favorite AI topics. So we'll start with digital folks, and then Ryan will get to you. Yam, how about you? What's your favorite, the most important AI release of this week? And you only get one. This is a difficult task today. You only get one.
Where do I even start? Where do I even start, man? I think, look, it's very hard to pick between Gemini and Codex-Max. Both are insane. We also pretty much, it's still allegedly, but about to get another one, another very big release. And yeah, I want to say Gemini. That thing is a beast. However, I think that me and many people on the internet would like to have some rate limits issue fixed because we all try and we all get rate limits
Yep.
like ridiculously quickly. Uh,
Luckily, we have some Gemini folks here. We're gonna try and talk to them about some rate limits. Yep.
but tell them the model is a beast. Like
Yep.
absolutely, 100%, 100%.
Righty, Wolf from all the way from Germany. How about you? Did you get access to many of the releases? No, but you only get one. You have to select the one.
But I will choose Gemini 3 times because for me it's GMAS. You know, this is my highlight of the year,
Yeah.
basically what they released.
So sorry, I couldn't hear. Can you say again which one? Gemini?
Gemini, definitely, it's the highlight of the year. It's GMAS for me.
The highlight
I'm
of the
super
year.
happy,
I agree
especially
with you.
about
Yeah.
anti-gravity.
Alrighty, and we'll go to LDJ and then we'll cover Ryan.
Yeah, since they both went with Gemini, I think I'll have to say, Codex-Max, but also because based off at least the coding benchmarks I was seeing, it looks like it is a little bit significantly over Gemini 3 in coding tasks.
Yep.
And so overall thus far, I think that's going to be the main driving factor of having that flywheel go of coding models feeding back into the R&D of models getting even better, and I think that's really important. But Gemini 3 is, of course, looking really amazing too.
Yep. Alrighty, folks. So those of you who are joining us in comments, please comment with your. You get one. Choose the most, and this is probably the difficult most week to do so because of just the amount of releases. We're going to give you in TLDR. If you are a sane person, normal person, and you're not following AI obsessively, incessantly like us, you may not know about some of the releases. So this is why we're here. We're here to like basically keep you up to date so you don't have to. Ryan, I want to get to you. What is your favorite AI release of this week?
It has to be Gemini 3.
Yeah.
I mean, Gemini 3 Pro is just so good. It's so good. Now, we all got nailed with rate limits, though, and that was super frustrating. We actually saw that in AMP because we decided to make Gemini 3 Pro our default model.
We
AMP,
can't hear you. I'm just saying.
we started hitting rate limits.
We can't hear you well.
Now we're back. So, absolutely Gemini 3 Pro. And I cannot wait for Gemini 3 Fast. Let's go.
Folks,
I just want to say, turn the volume up. We can't hear you well, Ryan.
Ryan, you can't hear us well?
We can't hear Ryan well.
You couldn't hear Ryan well.
Check, 1,
No.
2, 3. Check, 1, 2, 3.
Interesting. Okay, let us test this, folks, because we are on site and we're going to take a look. Because I can hear Ryan well through mine.
You're very quiet too,
me
Alex.
a
For me,
sec.
you two are very quiet
Hear me?
compared to us in the studio.
Can we test 1, 2, 3? Mark, could you help us with? Can you hear me and him at the same level? Same level.
Check, 1, 2, 3.
And you guys can hear Ryan, but me well and Ryan not well.
Here I
You
am.
two are both very quiet for me.
We're both very quiet. I think I
Yeah.
know what
Maybe
this is.
I
But
just have my
only here, not
headphones.
on X.
I think it's only here, not on X. Interesting. Oh, you know what? I think I can fix this. I think I can actually fix this. Let me test. Test 1, test 2. Is this better, folks?
That seems better.
Much louder, but the background noise got louder too.
But Ryan, can you check?
So check, 1, 2, 3. Everybody, I'm talking, I'm checking, I'm talking, and here we go.
Is this better?
Sounds like on X now. Not background noise, but you are louder.
Louder. Okay. Which one is preferable? Okay. All right, folks. So we are. This is what we have. I think. Give me one more second to try to figure this out, and then we're gonna get started. Folks, apologies for the technical issues. We're on site here, and there's multiple devices. We're gonna try this one more time. So, Blackmagic design. Now it's lower, right? Lower. Can you go up on Blackmagic? Can you go higher on Blackmagic outputs, if possible, for both mics? I see. I don't care about the recording. They can hear me. Like, they can hear me through here because I control the volume, but not through... Okay. All right, I'm just going to use this. It's going to be lower quality, but I'm going to use this. Righty, folks, give me... And, all right, hopefully now you can hear us well. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
That sounds better to me.
Yeah?
I can't hear the background noise as much. Wow, that's way better.
Okay. Wolfram, Yam. All right, you folks. So Ryan, I don't think the folks could hear you well. So let me put you on the spot and give us your thoughts on the One AI release from this week.
Here we go again. Hopefully you can hear me now.
Yes.
So absolutely has to be Gemini 3. I mean, Gemini 3 Pro is a beast of a model, and I think more excitingly, it's not from Anthropic.
Yeah.
Not from OpenAI. Like, we need more diversity in this space. So Gemini 3 Pro, really good at coding. It's our default model in AMP now. I'm very much loving it. We did hit rate limits though on launch day and even the day after, which is frustrating. They've been solved. Let's go.
Let's go. All right. And speaking of let's go, let's flag our friend over there, Swix. Swix, you want to join? All right, folks, we're going to bring on the founder of AI Engineer, the person who coined the term AI Engineer.
Come on in.
Mr. Swix, welcome.
What's up?
We're going to give you this so you can hear yourself as well.
Okay.
We're going to be just like friends.
Okay.
And then you need to speak into the microphone as much as you can.
Okay.
And say hi to folks. There you are.
It's not awkward at all.
No.
No, this is good.
It's like we're a married couple and we're like just watching
we've
Netflix
been friends
together.
for a while. I think we can swing this. But also, Swix, welcome. We're doing a round of understanding of like what is the one release this week in the AI world.
Oh, one release?
You only get to pick one.
Folks to only get pick one. Yeah.
Who's has someone picked Gemini already?
Everybody did.
I mean, it's kind of Gemini.
Yeah, it is Gemini.
I think it is underappreciated, and I'm not just saying this because they're presenting sponsor this time.
It's a good model.
It's a really good model, very underrated. Still underrated despite all the praise that it's already got, and I think we'll still be exploring the implications of it for a long time.
Yeah.
100%. All right, I will go because I haven't gone yet, and I think that mine is. I don't know if it's Gemini.
Come on, just pick Gemini 3. It's fine.
No. Just because you all picked Gemini 3, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with anti-gravity.
Okay.
I'll tell you why.
Hot take.
I've been using anti-gravity, which is a new IDE from Google. We're going to tell you about this in a bit.
And they're speaking tomorrow.
And they're speaking tomorrow here at the Engineer.
They're the closing keynote.
Okay, cool.
And the reason I'm picking them is because I think they're showing a new paradigm of how I work with agents when I code, and I'm almost not looking at the code. And the browser integration there is kind of crazy, and I think they're showing a few things that every other agent lab and creator of this will kind of like follow. And because Gemini 3 is kind of the intelligence that powers it, mine includes Gemini 3, so I'm cheating a little bit. But I think like anti-gravity was like a very big release that the folks are saying like anti-gravity is fire. Yeah. All right, so I think we did the round. We'll do a TLDR, and then after the TLDR, Swix, I'm going to ask you a little bit about the engineer, and then we're going to talk about the actual releases like in depth. So I think it's time for a TLDR super quick. And then we're gonna have our friend Swix here cover a little bit of the folks who come here and the type of stuff that we're gonna cover.
So much.
We're gonna try to cover this.
I just saw the logo wall
yes.
with like all the companies represented. I was like, wow.
Yeah, it's everybody.
That's a lot of folks, and we're gonna show you this in a minute. All right, folks, it's time for a TLDR, which is a section we do to try to super quick keep you up to date on everything that happened this week. I'm going to run through a bunch of releases, so get ready. And then after this, we'll talk with our friend Swix. After that, we have Thor from Gemini, and then hopefully we'll have Dominic from OpenAI as well. So stay tuned for that. Let's go to TLDR, folks. And if there's breaking news, I don't know if I can contain, but supposedly...
There's Nano Banana.
Yes, Nano Banana is already on there, but it's breaking news for sure. And supposedly Anthropic something, but we'll see. All right, folks, it's time for... it's time for TLDR. Let's go. Alrighty, folks, this is the TLDR. This is everything that we have to talk about on Thursday for November 20th, live from the AI Engineer Conference in New York. This has been an insane, insane week. Let me try to share my TLDR notes here with you super quick, because honestly, there's a lot. So we're gonna run through them super quick. I will just tell you that, like, in 1 week, Google dropped Gemini 3 Pro, and an agentic IDE, and generative UIs, and agent mode, and I think some more stuff as well. Before this, actually, I shipped Grok 4.1, and then they shipped Grok 4.1 fast with support in API. OpenAI decided to not leave this party unattended and launched GPT-5.1-Codex-Max, which supposedly uses compacting to run for 24 hours based on their release, but also here in the AI Engineer, I chatted with an OpenAI guy who told me it can run for almost a week uninterrupted, which is crazy. And then we have Meta decided, you know what? If everybody's joining this party, why don't we as well? And they release SAM Segment Anything Model 3, which has support for 3D models as well.
Wow.
In robotics, there was another robot called Sunday that also launched and supposedly autonomously non-training on user data. And then this week feels like the future is deciding to like come and knock on our door. So we're gonna run, and this is why Thursday exists. We stay up to date so you don't have to. We literally work really, really hard to stay up to date so you don't have to.
Alex gets no sleep, basically.
I barely slept this week as well, yes, for sure. So let's run through all of these releases. I think I covered all of them with the TLDR, but let me run through them super quick to see. And then also we have folks, we have Wolfram and some other folks as well. If I missed anything, which I don't think that I did, welcome Mr. as well. I don't think that I did. If I missed anything, definitely let me know, because I would like to I would like to not miss this. No, this is not the good layout. We'll do this layout super quick. All right, so your hosts, Alex Volkov from AI Ventures with Advisor. We have Ryan Carson from AMP.
Hello, hello.
Swix here from AI Engineer. Swix from Cognition.
Swix from everywhere.
Swix from Latent Space. Swix from Small AI News. And also co-host of Thursday AI, not for the first time.
What else? So I haven't shared, but AI News actually has been merged into Latent Space.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's the IPO is transferred. I'm working on the next version of AI News. But yeah,
exciting.
We need to simplify the introductions.
Yeah. Okay. So Swix from Latent Space and Cognition, and co-hosts we have Wolfram Ravenwolf, we have Jan Peleg, and we have Nistin Tahira and LDJ. It looks like everybody's here in a semblance. We're on location, but also have digital folks as well. And then we are running through the TLDR. So the open source news, super quick. Since NOVA sets a new bar for multimodal spatial intelligence with 8 million sample taxonomy-driven datasets.
Not bad.
It's pretty cool. But honestly, open source is taking the back seat this week for sure. So we're gonna like mention some of the stuff. We also have Sunday Robotics unveils Act 1. Act 1 is a robot foundation model trained with zero direct robot data and a low-cost skill capture glove. The glove is super cool. We're gonna take a video. I'm gonna show you this glove. It's really, really something. Let me pull up camera 3. Yes. We're gonna go to big companies, LLMs, and APIs. I already told you everything that was released in one breath, but I'm gonna go a little bit deeper. Google finally unveils Gemini 3 Pro. It's a 1 million token multimodal agentic top intelligence that we have with generative UIs that it can do in Google search and the Gemini app, and the anti-gravity coding ID, which is free. A free coding ID. That's also why I think this is like maybe one of.
So this is my one beef. You can't use it with a Google Workspace account.
Yes, that's
you have to have
I heard
a Gmail
about
account. And literally, I can't use it because my Gmail account.
Well, we're gonna have we're gonna have Thor from DeepMind come here, and we're gonna grill them on the spot. Just before, Elon decided to ship Grok's 4.1, which is a significant update. And you can see here, it has a 64% win rate on top of the previous Grok. And there's a bunch of evals as well that we can talk to you about. EQ Bench is almost top on EQ Bench. It was top on LM Arena for 1 week. And then Gemini released Gemini 3. And then they released Grok 4.1 fast in the API, including access to Twitter tools.
So this is what I want to ask. So I want to ask both of you quickly. Do we think that is this the beginning of people actually using Grok for production in business?
I've been using it for AI News for a while.
Okay.
It's because a lot of news happens on X.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Have you used the Grok API? We'll get there. We'll get there. Grok 4.1 Fast and Agent Tools API launched on Grok, and they're really, really cool. And we already used them for preparing for the show. And then OpenAI decided, hey, this party is a little bit it's.
Needs to be more exciting.
Too many people are choosing Gemini.
They're not on the sponsor list, so they have to do something.
So they launched, and always we know Sam Altman watches these releases. OpenAI launched two things: Gemini 5.1-Codex-Max with a long horizon agentic coding for 1 million token context window. But also the context window may not be as relevant because it has a native training for something called compacting, which we'll get into here, and 24-hour software tasks that can go almost for a week, which is crazy. And then also they wrapped GPT-5.1 Pro, which many folks say that this is now the top agentic model, even though Gemini also released a deep think.
Yep.
GPT 5.1 Pro seems to be like the crazy model.
So many good models to choose from.
And then the other folks, Microsoft, NVIDIA, and Anthropic, who are not mentioned here before, all announced a major partnership to scale cloud on Azure, and then also investment from both these companies into Anthropic.
Yeah, $15 billion.
$15 billion. So
not bad.
Literally every major foundational lab had something to say this week. They all clicked in, and this is why Thursday exists.
And don't forget, I guess technically Meta is already mentioned.
Yes.
But we actually have Meta CodeGen, from Super MSL, speaking tomorrow.
Yeah.
Really?
On Meta Code World models, the model that they just released a couple months ago.
Cool. Oh, wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And so Meta, speaking of Meta decided to also say, hey, while our LLM is baking behind the scenes somewhere, we definitely want to participate in this party. So Meta released SAM and SAM3 and SAM3D. SAM is segment anything model. It's a promptable segmentation, tracking, and single image 3D reconstruction. And it's insane. I'm going to show you demos. It's mind-boggling. You upload the video, you click a thing, and you natural language say, hey, I want to segment out all the water bottles on this table on the video, and it just works. And it's just mind-blowing. So if you haven't noticed that this... And then this morning, we're going to hit the breaking news button because it's well-deserved. This morning, Google decided to release another thing to just say, hey, we could have released it on Tuesday, but we waited for everybody else to follow with their announcements, and now we're going to announce another thing. So, breaking news from today.
AI breaking news coming at you only on Thursday Eye.
The breaking news from today, folks, is that DeepMind decided to release...
There's a robot coming in.
There's a robot.
You can't see it on camera.
Can we see the robot?
You can't see it on camera.
Back up. The breaking news from today is not this robot dog that you can win, by the way, if you join the AI Engineer and if you're tuning in. Yeah, we're giving this away for a competition.
That's pretty cool.
Breaking news from Gemini DeepMind today is Nano Banana Pro.
Nano Banana Pro.
Nano Banana Pro. Nano Banana is an image editing model from Google DeepMind. Nano Banana Pro is absolutely we need to make sure that this is in shot.
Oh, the poor robot is trying to get attention.
Yeah. Like this. All righty, folks. And if you join the engineer, you can see this the poor robot walking around trying to get attention. Hi, Sparky. Hi, Sparky. Yes, we are giving away this dog apparently.
Stay tuned.
Yes, stay tuned. Please don't break the venue, dog. Okay, so now this is a little hectic. Let's try to get it together. Nano Banana Pro is insane. Okay, I'm gonna have to show this on stage because
why you do that? What's the fundamental difference between Pro and standard?
I think 4K is the number one thing. It generates things in 4K. I'm gonna try to upload this image file, folks. I don't know if it's gonna work on stream. We're gonna take a look. I asked it to generate a infographic. I don't know if it's gonna show well because it's in 4K infographic, and it's taken a while for the software to upload. I don't even know if I can zoom, but it looks great. This is a one-shot prompt infographic that I just took notes from everything that I had for the show this week, and I tried to generate this. Unfortunately, the ratio doesn't work. It's 4K. It's 8 megabytes of a file that it generated, and the text is perfect across all of it. It does not look like AI. I actually, you know what? Instead of sharing it like this, I'll share my screen super quick, and I will just show you because it's worth taking a look. So, folks, let's take a look. Nano Banana 3. I asked it to generate this file. You can see 8 megabytes. This one is a little better. And then I'll open this with preview, and then I will zoom in a little bit. Can I zoom in? Can I full screen? Okay. And you can see if I zoom in that the text is nearly perfect. Ryan, I want to show you this as well.
Oh, wow.
The text is just bonkers perfect.
Yeah,
really
usually
good.
at this scale you expect some typos here and there,
Yeah.
or some corrupted like letters. I don't see any.
This is, and look at the resolution. This is crazy.
Okay, that is amazing.
And this is me, by the way. You
Very,
can
very
see
handsome,
my face.
of course.
And it generated something that's not me, but it has grounding with Google.
That is
and
good.
So it went and it found all the logos as well in another one that I did. So I'll show you the other one. The other one pulled in all the logos of all the major labs. So this one has, it probably has them in
Did it
distribution.
search or it just has it?
It has search.
Stored.
It has search, and I actually don't know if it brought it and used it in context.
You know what I mean?
or-
Like, did it memorize or yeah?
I think it memorized the OpenAI
Okay,
logo because XAI is a little wonky. So, folks, this is Nano Banana Pro. Whoa,
I think
whoa,
Thor's here if you want to talk to him. Maybe.
Yeah, we're going to get Thor up in 5 to 7 minutes. We're going to grab you. But before this is the TLDR. The last thing in the TLDR, folks, was Google also launched the Anti-Gravity IDE, which is an agentic windsurf fork of a VS Code fork editor that has a new and interesting approach to it. It has Agent Manager, which is an additional tool alongside the IDE itself, where you can talk to your agents. It's kind of like I want to call it like an inbox for agents. And this is for folks who don't really care about code anymore. And many vibe coders.
Well, I
don't
wouldn't
really,
say that.
But they don't really. You can. We'll get there, and we'll show this. And hopefully, we'll chat with Thor about anti-gravity as well. But before this, I want to acknowledge our friend Swix here. So first of all, thank you for the podcast studio. This is awesome.
Yes,
Look at
thank
this.
you.
It's
This is-
beautiful.
yeah.
We have nice microphones. Usually,
It cost a bit of setup, but you know we have to level up, right? You
Yeah.
know, like
It's
last
really
time
nice.
last time you had to get a hotel room, and I grabbed my backup microphones from the InSpace,
Yes.
break one of them, and put it on there.
so
Yeah,
this
this
is,
is
I want to
great.
acknowledge, this is the fourth AI engineer that we cover on Thursday AI. All of them besides the French one, I think.
Yeah.
So the one in New York, the one in San Francisco, a couple of others. As always, I want to acknowledge you gave me the first opportunity as a podcaster, so I really appreciate this. But we've leveled up at our setup, so I'm very, very happy with the setup. But also, AI engineer has grown as well. So I want to acknowledge and also ask you about what is this one about? This is the AI Engineer Summit. It's a more selective event. You chose the people.
Yeah.
What is this one about? Tell us.
So we're starting to theme the summits, and when you look back at 2025, what is like the most PMFE important theme of the year? I had a few candidates. I seriously considered doing voice as a
interesting.
theme. I seriously considered doing RL as a theme because RL obviously it's a very hyped topic. But if I'm really honest with myself, probably code is the most important, and obviously like serves our audience the best.
Yep.
You work at coding agents company. I work at coding agents company. You guys are very interested in coding agents.
Hell yeah.
And so I think probably that was like the right theme to choose for this year.
Yep.
And I think there's a lot to recap for 2025. There's a lot to preview for 2026. Every single model lab is like putting out stuff. You know, Anthropic didn't release their thing yet, but you know, expect them to. And I think like it is the preview of what's to come, because a lot of people are also using, for example, Claude Code to do non-coding tasks.
Yep.
And so I think it's just really coding agents are just agents, right? Agents need to be able to code, even if they're not specifically for coding.
Yeah.
And I think like that's something we also saw with MCP. Like Anthropic is like discovering that, well, if you just throw everything in a JSON file, like it's not going to work. You know, to really scale, you probably have to write code to operate MCP.
Yeah.
Same finding as Cloudflare.
Yeah.
And I think like that, yeah, that's probably makes sense as well. I think a couple other things that I'll mention for this summit. This is the first time we're like really focusing on enterprise for leadership and digital transformation. Hearing a lot of Fortune 500s prioritizing that as their top thing for 2026.
Yep.
And they're pretty serious. So like McKinsey is here doing their first ever AIE. talking about what they're seeing with their new Software X division, which is entirely focused on that. And I have a whole bunch of competitors, including like Dan Schipper from Every and AI&I, as well as NLW. They all have AI consultancies that are making a crap ton of money. Our MC for today is Alex Lieberman, who used to run Morning Brew, which is one of my inspirations for running a newsletter and just running a creator business in general. Now he runs 10X, which is a consulting company that only pays engineers based on story points completed, whether or not you manually did it or use an agent.
That's so interesting.
So if you're just really damn good at using an agent,
you can
go
make
work
a lot
for
of money.
10X. They're going to pay multiple people $1 million bonuses this year for being productive
fast.
with agents, right?
Wow.
And obviously everything has to be like approved and accepted by clients, but there's no limit on your productivity if you're just really good with coding agents. And I see actually that disparity increasing rather than decreasing, because everybody has this discussion of like, does AI raise the floor or raise the ceiling? Actually, I think it raises the ceiling much more than it raises the floor.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think then the last part is I am no longer running AIE by myself with Ben. We actually have a general manager. So when I joined Cognition, I actually stepped back a bit from AIE, and Leah is running things now. So I just get to hang out and vibe with podcasters.
Leah is a very cool person, and I connected with her on the first AIE, and since then she's like, oh, maybe I'll do one of these or two of these. She was a contractor.
Yeah, she wanted to run her own business, selling handbags, and I'm like, maybe AI is also on your radar.
All right, Swix. So we have here on the screen the agent labs and the model labs.
Do you like the length sorting? So it's not alphabetical.
I saw Ivan Leo here, and I was like, I like the
sort by length.
It's sorted by length, not by. But also, you do have a call out for some folks who are like 3x or 4x speakers. And some folks who got like the top score.
Exactly. So I want to encourage my speakers to compete.
Nice.
Because I think some people only they bring out their best when there's a competition, when they can win a prize. For World's Fair, we have best speakers. And then for online YouTube, we just have like top speakers. So anyone who got over 10K views.
So I will just address the audience super quick. Let me switch the camera and like look directly at you. If you want yours truly to be the top speaker on AIE, my judge talk where I wear a fucking wig for you is on the AIE YouTube. Go watch it because it's only like 2.5
You're not allowed to do that. Stop.
I'm allowed to do everything I want on here.
You can show whatever you like. Let's compete.
So Swix, we have. I'll actually show this like this. We have Agent Labs and Model Labs. You want to call out some of the folks for whose talk you're looking forward the most?
You asking me to pick my babies.
As every year.
No. Everyone is doing great. By the way, Ryan also has a booth talk that he's doing tomorrow.
Yes.
Nice.
So I think that's really cool. I mean, like, more importantly, I wanted to call out this split that we established between Agent Labs and Model Labs. And so I think basically the thesis of an agent lab is emerging, where we are slowly converging on like, well, what does it mean to be a GPT wrapper? Like, do you have a role to play, or are you going to be steamrolled by the model labs? I think like this emergence of AMP, the emergence of Cognition and Cursor and all these companies, they're starting to show a path that is like maybe sustainable. And obviously this is like 5 years behind the roadmap of model labs. But there's a world in which agent labs are at least as well compensated. They are currently as well compensated as model labs, which is great. It's one of the reasons I joined. But I think the interesting thing is, well, are they actually more sustainable because they have higher margins?
I think
because they can jump between the R&D costs of building your own models versus the open models that are coming from China, and like Minimax is here as well speaking. And just do whatever you want in favor of the customer, because like everyone has this like thesis of like you have to build vertical AI domain specific startups. Well, if you take that seriously enough, you're going to build an agent lab.
I totally
agree. Lawyers, for healthcare, for developers, these are all agent labs.
I don't push back a ton, but I did notice, and I think there's a talk that you asked for, like a spicy take on this topic, that shows that Gemini 3 beat on, I think, Terminal Bench with their like very basic non-harnessy loop, beat most of the other harnesses with Gemini 3. So that's very interesting, and it's very interesting that nobody caught up yet on Terminal Bench yet. Let's see if they
I
will.
mean, there's a specific reason why. It's just
Yeah.
because they haven't opened up to the other agents.
Yeah, we haven't tested on Terminal
Yeah.
Bench yet.
So no
for
one's
Gemini 3.
tried.
That's why.
Oh, you haven't tried it
Yeah,
yet?
we all want to battle them. Trust me.
Okay, all right.
So Terminal Bench, they just did V2.
Yes.
They're a small team. They're opening up. So it's not on there not because they weren't good. It's just they haven't tried it.
Give us a second.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Swix, I just want to call out the insane amount of folks that you brought on here from all the labs. I'm gonna run through them super quick, just so folks like understand how much work it goes. So I know you're saying you're taking a back seat, but
the speakers are my job. Yeah.
There's a few things in the event to do. One of them is the venue and the podcast and running around and the sponsors management, like all this. But also there's the curation of the topics.
Yeah.
And this is you.
Yeah, and then
so-
we had also the we have open invites and then we have invited speakers. Open invites, we had 23 applicants to every one slot that we had open.
Yeah. So I'm just going to read this out
good.
super quick. There is Google from Anti-Gravity, Kevin, previously on Windsurf, speaker. Google is here. AMP is here. So Ryan, you're third based on length. Just based on length. We have Ryan and Bayang also from AMP. Itamar, our friend from Kodo, is going to show up as well. Robert from All Hands. Cursor is also here.
And Live Code Bench. I think,
Live Code Bench.
People don't understand how important Live Code Bench is. Terminal Bench gets all the buzz right now, but actually Live Code Bench is also like a top tier benchmark that people should be aware of. So I actually didn't invite him for Cursor. I invited him for Live Code Bench, and then I found out that he was joining Cursor.
Oh, no way. So shout out to Naman Jain. And folks, just a reminder for folks, AI Engineer is live streamed right now
For
and
free,
will continue to be live streamed. So all of these great talks you can capture on AI.engineer, and the live stream is
Which
right
is
there.
crazy value. People should understand, like,
Yes.
to have that content and this quality for free on YouTube is insane.
I mean, there's just many people that will never be able to serve that are not in the US and like whatever. But if you're in the US, you should come.
Yeah.
So we're going to continue. Google Labs is another one. Kath is here with Jules,
Yes.
which is another agent, the
She's
cloud
actually,
agent that have.
she has broader responsibility other than Jules. I know her since she was head of products for Vercel. And she actually runs product now at Google Labs.
Oh, right.
I don't know about Gimlet Labs, but CodeRabbit I definitely know.
Yeah. So
Replit-
Natalie, she does AI-generated kernels for Apple Metal.
Whoa.
So if you want like serious like sort of ML AI engineering, it's her.
Damn.
All right, we have Vercel and Cursor and Factor and Klein and Menace, but also like DeepMind, Anthropic is here. A bunch of DeepMind is here. Paige is here. Amar, shout out to Paige and Amar friends. A bunch of Anthropic folks as well.
Amar was the product and design lead for Gemini 3.
Yes.
So like he actually was supposed to speak today. They had to push it back because they're wrapping up for
Not
Gemini
for AI Studio. I thought he was like in AI Studio with Logan.
3. I think they shifted him.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So hopefully we'll have.
I'm not exactly sure, but I know that he was very, very deeply involved on the launch.
Yeah, and you have a representation from an open source
First time.
library, Minimax, for the first time.
Yeah.
Olive Song is here.
We
She's
had
gonna talk tomorrow.
Justin from Quinn last time online, and then ZAI is also speaking online, but this is the first time they can make it in person.
Insane conference. Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, like Capital One, Bloomberg,
But
like
attendees or speakers?
Atlassian speakers. Yeah.
Speakers.
Attendees. I mean, we try to not like share too much because also like I don't. Yeah, exactly. So like lots of Fortune 500 in New York.
Cool.
The whole point of AIE in New York is we bring SF into New York.
Yeah.
And the startups want to meet customers, and the model labs want to meet customers, but the New York AI scene also is underserved. Like people just
agreed.
don't have good enough AI events here.
I
In
agree.
SF, like every day there's like some kind of weird AI
There's 2
meetup.
a day.
But here is like we need to bring high quality events to New York.
Amen.
And the whole point of Thursday is to bring you, well, first of all, San Francisco to the internet where you can join, but now also New York, and we're going global
London next year.
London next year.
April 8 to 10.
Yeah,
Oh,
Swix,
nice.
we appreciate you joining. We appreciate everything you do, but
Appreciate
also
it.
we know that you're a busy man and you have to run.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
We have a
I gotta give
queue
way to
of
my
folks
buddy
as well.
Thor. Yeah.
So
Thanks for coming.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of the conference,
you.
folks. Tune in to AI.engineer.
I forgot to plug the authors of Vibe Coding as well. They're speaking, and Steve Yegi was a personal hero of mine. Gene Kim
Gene
is,
Kim.
I always say, is like the evolved Pokemon version of me.
Nice.
So you should meet all these and see their
Good
talks.
bugs. Cool.
Awesome.
All right.
Good to see you, Swix.
Thank you, Swix.
Take care.
All right, folks. So we're moving on, and we want to welcome Thor to the stage. As you see, we have like a running show here. Thor, welcome.
Hey, thanks.
Thor, I don't know if I can pronounce your last name.
Chef, like the chef in the
kitchen.
kitchen.
Oh, like chef, easy.
I brought you a little gift.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
It fits perfectly to
no
your
way. Wait. I want to zoom in on this, folks. I
then-
want to zoom in on this. I have a little gift for me.
banana high
I
cheese.
love myself and my kids love these.
So I got a little present from Thor.
might
It's
have to
a
share.
mini
Yeah,
pluggable
okay.
banana, and I wonder why. Ryan, let me zoom in on you. And you also got a present.
My present's better.
What is this?
High chews. These
Banana
are
flavored
these
high
are
chews.
candies. Yeah.
That is awesome. Thor,
Banana.
thank you. For folks who are not familiar with you, and
Make sure to speak right into that mic for us.
All
All
for the mic as well. You have just joined DeepMind.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm on day 3.
Day
Oh
3.
boy. Welcome.
So it's been an interesting week.
yeah. Really? Something going on?
I think so.
A few things.
Tuesday, Gemini 3.
Yes. So
pretty
good.
incredible. I think, the reception of the community has been amazing.
Yeah.
Really cool to see kind of the step up of the coding capabilities.
Yeah.
Obviously here, AI Code Summit. So, we're really excited. AI Studio now has kind of vibe coding capabilities, which are really amazing to see. Kind of the, especially looking at sort of games, vibe coded games. The design capabilities as well have
it's
drastically
amazing.
improved. So that was Tuesday, but today is Thursday. So today, Nano Banana Pro.
Let's go.
Which is, Gemini 3 Pro image.
It's amazing. So we've been raving about it before you hopped on.
Oh, yeah.
So Alex was showing what it can do, and it is pretty astonishing.
Yes. So we have this. We'll still have this image. 1 second. Let me.
For everyone watching, we are trying to understand what's going on with the stream. Stay with us.
Oh, we're all
for a minute.
still here. I thought we all.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we're all still here with the audience.
Except Wolfram. I think Wolfram's not here. Oh wait, he's here.
Hello?
Yeah, you're just being so still. I thought you were frozen.
No, just writing.
Oh no. Okay, I guess it's just us guys.
All right.
Well, welcome to
So,
Thursday.
Yeah. So in the
Let's have a
meantime,
throw a party while
really funny.
Alex is away.
AI.engineer and why?
yeah. Did you guys hear about Olmo 3?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, running
Yeah.
live at the moment. Mm-hmm.
It is the
Yes.
biggest. It's the biggest 32B dataset tutorial training, and the model's not bad either.
Yeah, it looks to me right now to be around the 32B thinking performance of the Quen 32B models, but simultaneously it's completely open. I don't think Quen or DeepSeek, although they are doing great work, I don't think they've ever actually put out a fully open recipe, data set, full training recipe, hyperparameters, everything 100% open. And that's what Allen Institute of AI is striving to do with models like Olmo 3. So really cool that we have a model of that level of quality that's fully open like that.
Big round of applause for being really open source and not just open whites models.
Yep.
It is actually breaking news. I mean, I saw it 2 hours ago, the release paused.
Yeah, unfortunately, none of us have a breaking news button, right? So
I do have one.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah, though we should play it. I think it's okay.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, I will hit it.
AI breaking news
He had access
Coming at
to
you.
controls the whole time.
only on Thursday I.
This is like you walk into Alex's house and there you push a button and it's just the
He gave me
AI breaking
access,
news.
so I'm sure it's fine. And yeah, this is a big release. For one thing, fully open release, and another one that we finally get some sizes that we can run locally again. After all the good models that have been much, much bigger, this is not MOE, and it's a good size, I think, to run locally.
Yeah, I think it's inevitable that they will start putting out MOE versions, to compete with the. I think Quen's version, it's like 3B active, 30B or 30B total, right?
Wait, this is dense. I'm looking at the.
Yeah, almost as dense. So
Yeah,
I'm saying future, because Quen's current most popular MOE, it's like 3B active, 30B total, right? For Quen's.
Alex saying they'll be back
Yeah.
in 1 minute.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah.
It's a big deal. Also, the medical performance was not bad. It was not like the leading edge, but it was also still pretty good. I think will be quite interesting to try and match a data set against the distribution of the pre-training data now that you finally have it for such a big model. Because now you can also do continued pre-training on this as well.
There was another release this week from I need to find the post, but from a US lab releasing what they call the best.
The DeepSeek.
Yeah, the DeepSeek fine-tune. Yeah, I saw it as well. Yeah,
but it dropped in Terminal Bench or Live Code Bench. It actually dropped quite a bit from in agentic work from 3.2.
Speaking of, what do you think? What do you think, Gemini 3 or Codex-Max?
For coding, right?
Codex finishes the job.
I haven't thoroughly tested each of them enough to I think assess that, but from what I've seen, at least, it seems like Codex-Max might have a bit of an edge, at least in a lot of maybe back-end cases. I think I've heard a joke, which I think might be true, that Gemini for the front, Codex for the back. And so, I mean, it maybe does make sense to do that. Gemini 3 might still be significantly above in terms of front end.
It is, and it isn't. So it can go off track, and agentically is not as good. But the way that I'm using it, which I just found really effective last night, was you take full code base dump, you put it into Gemini, you let Gemini do the review and make all the to-do lists and stuff. You feed that into Sonnet, and you just see however far Sonnet can go. And then whatever bugs and stuff you have that Sonnet cannot solve, you just hand those off to Codex to take as long as it needs to take. Because it's kind of hard to replace Sonnet for like the first 80% of the app or so. And then the next 20%, you either kind of like need Opus, or you need something to like fix the really hard bugs, or just need to run Sonnet over and over until like something comes out. But I did find it for reviews to be very, very good, where you just dump in the whole code base and it starts picking up stuff. But I don't really like the model. I know some people like it, but like I'm just not used to prompting Gemini.
You really need a mixture of experts where every model is an expert. So you need an IDE that can delegate to the specific agent. So something like anti-gravity, but not from one vendor, but across different vendors. You need something like that.
Look, it's pretty known that if you combine different models, you get better results simply because they're different. They're trained different on different data, and you run them so each one can inject, a different insight or tweak into the context. And now you have a model that sees stuff that it simply couldn't have come up with on its own because it came from a different model trained on different data. So there are some, I mean, it's pretty obvious when you think about it, but I got this idea just from a random GitHub repository that I saw out of the blue. Just is doing this, taking the reasoning traces of DeepSeek and just use them for Claude, and you have like a full system, like one API endpoint that gives you both. Then I got this idea, and now I'm doing it all the time, like copying from Claude to Gemini to ChatGPT, and you really get good results this way.
I do that because of you too. I copy so when I use the Gemini web interface, and just get it to write just get Claude to write a playwright script, and you can just paste it in there. So you can automate your review of your whole code base. And I had some trouble fishing it back out, but I do that because it works very, very well.
Yeah, you are the engineers. I've been doing that with deep research functionalities. Each one send it to deep research, ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok, and Perplexity, and then I take what they output and give it to the
Perplexity.
others. Yeah, Perplexity gets some
Like
stuff
also.
the others don't get. So I put all of that and give each one the combination and have it write a summary, and then I compare manually the summaries. Or you go for another loop. You can do it a couple of times and really drill down and get the essence of something.
Yeah, look. You guys use CLI tools, like, or just Claude Code? Like, what do you guys use? If you're already here, I mean.
Claude Code, and I would like to try Gemini CLI some more now, especially with the new model. But anti-gravity has been my focus right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't it like the other ones? Why don't you just use
Cursor,
Cursor?
do you think?
For example?
Oh, I switched from Cursor because if I want to try something, just trying it on the side, it's not the same. So I really switched completely to anti-gravity, and I've been struggling with some bugs, like it doesn't install the default extensions, but it says it needs them for some functionality. So I've been troubleshooting a lot right now.
Oh,
Folks,
They're back.
We got them back.
I think we're back. Let me see if we're actually
So
back.
So back.
Yes, we're so back. All right, we're back here with Tor Schiff.
Yes.
So we just started talking with you about you and DeepMind and the releases, and then we completely crashed. So, folks, I apologize. Live stream is hard. We're back now, and hopefully you can all hear us and see us, and we can pick up the conversation with our friend Tor from DeepMind.
And just for the record,
yes.
it wasn't the DeepMind image.
Yeah. And also,
it was
like,
the
before
scarcity of electricity. That
everything dropped because I thought that, like, I'm sharing too big of an image, but apparently just
electricity. It's important.
Yes. All right. So Tor, let's talk about some of the releases. And there has been a bunch, and I have like a whole page here of releases.
Oh, amazing!
Gemini 3 Pro was released.
Yes.
Anti-gravity was released. I want to talk to you about generative UIs as well, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Agent mode, which I get access to, that can do stuff in my Gmail. Anti-gravity we also mentioned, and I think there's something else. What is, of all of these things, your favorite of the releases? If you can,
Oh boy, pick your favorite kid.
I think it's difficult to pick your favorites. I think what's probably the most exciting, also seeing that we're at the Code Summit, it's just the coding capabilities and the improvements from Gemini 2.5 to 3 in terms of the coding capabilities.
So it's significant. I don't know if you know this, but we switched to it as our main model in AMP. Like it's our default.
On Tuesday?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, and we never do that. Like we've never switched to a model like when GPT-5 came out, didn't pick it.
Yeah.
But Gemini 3 was great. We did hit rate limits, which was killer.
Ryan
and I think this has come back.
Ryan was sitting here in the beginning. He's like, and I told him Thor's going to be here. He's like, I'm going to tell him about my rate limits. So Thor, can you help Ryan with his rate limits, please?
Yes, I hope so. Well. I think there were a couple of folks were running into that. Yeah, it's been solved from what I understand.
But that's a good problem. I mean, everybody wanted to use it.
Yeah, that's ultimately it came down. Everyone's like running their own benchmarks and evals and testing it out and making
TPOs
sure it's
were on
like
fire probably.
It really is. Yeah,
we are a show that's mostly, and not mostly, but like definitely focused on evals and benchmarks, etc. Like we highlight them as well. I have a few benchmarks here to pull up.
Okay.
Gemini 3 with DeepThink, which is an additional thing which I would love to hear from you what DeepThink is. Received a 45% on ArcAGI 2. Okay. It's like unprecedented. It's unbelievable.
Crazy.
I want to go and try to actually find.
You're trying not to smile too much.
But like, how?
Yeah,
I know that you won't be able to tell us how, but like how, Thor? Tell us.
Come on.
Well, okay. I'm afraid I won't be able to. I'm on day 3. I'm still, trying to not say anything stupid. So that I think is my main focus here. I think, like, if you come to the booth, we actually have some of the researchers, some of the product managers that worked on these features. So, like, I'm just here, like, cheering and being excited. I can't take any credit for anything. Definitely hoping I'll ramp up quickly.
Well, let me call out this moment in time because of that. Like, so Alex and everybody, remember when we were like, what happened to Google? Like, are they asleep at the switch? Are they like, what is going on in Google?
Yep.
And now it feels like the opposite. Like everything is the kind of, and I'm not paid by Google. I have no financial interest. Otherwise, it's probably my 401k. But it's everywhere now in a good way. Like
Yeah.
you said, it's in Gmail, it's in Google Calendar, it's in Chrome. It's in AMP. Like it's everywhere.
Yeah. No, it seems like a really big step up. Everyone's very excited, which is great. I think my team specifically, we're working across kind of the Gemini API and the AI Studio.
Yep.
So like we've been very excited to see what people are building in AI Studio.
Yep.
So kind of if you go to ai.dev, I actually recently found out that is a domain that we have.
I love AI.dev.
I use it a lot. It's my favorite.
All the time,
AI.dev, and you can look into the gallery. You can look at like some of the apps that people have been building with AI Studio, and so we're really kind of going all in on the vibe coding. Basically empowering everyone to sort of build their prototypes, their applications internally at Google as well.
So, but it doesn't do any deployment, right? So it correct?
Partly, yes. So not kind of the full stack deployments just yet.
Right.
So that's something that we're working on to really give you kind of the end-to-end. You build it, you deploy it. And,
so watch out, Replit.
Sorry?
Watch out, Replit.
Well, I mean...
which is fine.
Watch out, everyone, I'd say. So I think it's definitely like we're trying to build kind of the best tools for developers, and obviously if like that fits into your workflow where like you prototype and you ship kind of small apps to production. I think as well for like internal tooling, I heard I'm on day 3, so I heard people are using it internally, to build sort of internal tooling, applications, prototype things. And so, I think we're very excited, about the model, but also just kind of all the tooling for developers that has been built around it. And now obviously developers, or builders, like there's a lot more developers now coming, online thanks to great tools.
And they haven't used 2.5 before. I think this is the call out. Like a bunch of agentic stuff has happened. I want to call out, like we're showing on stage right now, the vending bench too. Vending bench is these like awesome guys that come.
I love this benchmark.
They put like a mini fridge in your foundational lab somewhere, and then they restock it. And the model is in charge of like sending them an email and saying, "Hey, the employees want this or that or this or that." Gemini 3 on vending bench went off the charts, man. It's just like absolutely
made a ton of money.
It made $5,000.
Yeah, I want it to replace my kids.
I think the second one after this was Glotson at 4.5 with like a little bit less than 3. So like vending bench, they consider this like long horizon running task because the model has to have a lot of stuff in its memory. It has to like pick up a lot of stuff. So this is considered a long horizon one. So it's really good at this. Gemini is also like, I think to me, Gemini is the leading multimodal model as well.
Yeah.
And that has been also improved. So we called out some of the evals on the show before, but like almost 90 the MMMU Pro, and I need to like find the exact like metrics evals there. Those are like absolutely crazy. And the thing that I love about this is because of the vibe coding paradigm. We'll talk about anti-gravity in a bit. Anti-gravity records itself, and then Gemini 3 sees that recording and acts based on the video.
It's the loop that you need. The agent needs a loop. But I do. So my one beef, and you probably can't control this, but you have to have a Gmail address to use anti-gravity. I can't use my Google Workspace address, and it's like,
oh, interesting.
Everybody in the world has a Google Workspace address. Like, so it's like I think you're cutting out everybody.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it came out on Tuesday, so I
Come
think
on,
we're like
work harder.
Okay, no, fair point of feedback. You don't have any Gmail
I do.
address at
so
all.
This is one of these stupid things. I do, but I couldn't log in because it was already attached to a different phone number. It was like two-factor authentication crap.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Good one.
You're like, you
we'll
don't
get
have a
right
Gmail?
on that.
What's wrong with you?
So folks can try out Gemini 3. I think one more call out that we have to do on the show is that it landed everywhere across Google as well. AI mode, so shout out to Robbie Stein, who's been on the podcast a couple of times, talk about AI mode, the agentic search, fan out search in Google. Gemini 3 landed there for the first time as the model released. It was quite incredible.
Wow.
And generative UIs. I still haven't seen those generative UIs. Have you seen those generative UIs yet, or no? Internally,
Which one? Oh, the internal ones.
where Gemini answers not with text, but answers with like widgets that you can control
Like a
and
component.
play with.
Oh yeah. No, I heard it on the podcast.
Yes.
I think I haven't seen it myself yet either. No, that's a good question.
I mean, some of this. So I'm using generative AI components in my app, but most of them are like tool calls, and then you populate a component with the results, which is pretty standard. But it'll be exciting to see truly generative components. So.
And they're incorporated into Gemini and into AI mode. I think I've seen them once. Like, it's pretty cool when you ask it to like plan a mode. And okay, we're getting to DeepSync, and DeepSync is dedicated reasoning. Have you played a lot with DeepSync at all? What do you guys have to say about DeepSync?
I've not played a lot with it, honestly.
Yeah.
No, even I'm trying to get through my onboarding task, but like Demis just keeps like launching things. I'm like,
stop doing that.
Yeah. And then, okay, let's talk about
Yeah.
Anti-Gravity. I wanted Kevin here, but like it doesn't. It looks like Kevin can join us. Anti-Gravity is an agentic ID that was released. I play with it. I found it like super cool. I actually wanted to show some examples of this on stage here because of the few things that it has that's different than any other like agentic ID. With the agents mailbox basically, where you can talk to agents, and it's powered by Gemini 3, but also supports other models in it as well.
Yeah, GPT-OS in there. I think Claude as well.
Yeah. I think when you said GPT-OSS, you pointed directly at Dominic, who sits over there from OpenAI, who we're going to chat to next, that was in charge of part of the
I thought we're coming on together, so...
Yeah. Unfortunately, we can like accommodate one more guest, so we'll give you like 5 more minutes. We're going to really go for 5 more minutes.
I'm sweating.
And that's it. So, anti-gravity. I saw this take online that why does Google have too many tools? And I have like my own take on this, but would love to hear from you. Like, what do you think? There's Jules.
Yeah.
And Kath Kotarek is talking here. There is
Gemini CLI.
Gemini CLI.
Yeah.
Which is probably more for like development. And now there's there was Project IDX. I don't know what that is.
Yes.
Gone.
Firebase Studio.
Yeah, Firebase Studio. And
Oh my
now we have Anti-Gravity, which is a hard name also to get used to.
Well, but it feels like Jules and Anti-Gravity are like direct competitors. I mean, they're for
Jules
the same
is a cloud
thing.
ID.
Yeah.
Well,
Anti-Gravity is a local ID.
I mean,
You
but
think it's gonna
local cloud, it doesn't really matter. But it's an IDE.
Yeah, no, it's definitely interesting. It's definitely also something I'm still wrapping my head around. I think the way I like to think about it is kind of like the VC ecosystem as well, right? So like VCs are investing in all these competitive things, hoping that
see what works.
One of them succeeds.
Yeah.
And I think that is pretty much where Google is at. There's a lot of different efforts, and some of them might succeed, some won't. But I think what we're seeing now is that a good amount of them are pretty successful, and so we're just doubling down on that. And I think pretty exciting for developers, pretty exciting times to see all these tools. I think what was really great with the Gemini 3 launch as well, kind of seeing all the the partner integrations and kind of all these tools to basically be there for launch day and have sort of Gemini 3 ready and available for users. And it's been, I think, a pretty successful launch. So I can't take any credit. I'm still trying to set up my HR tasks, but it's been really exciting to see what the team is sprinting on. And I mean, I've seen kind of what's coming down the pipeline. So
give us a hint.
Well, I mean, Christmas will be delightful. I think.
Oh man, I was hoping to take a vacation on Christmas. Folks, I want to show you Anti-Gravity super quick because I think it's important enough to show the main differences. So Anti-Gravity has a few features that I think are new and like fairly kind of interesting, novel. And one of them is artifacts, the artifacts feature. Basically, the model knows that when you ask it to plan something, the model knows to show you like a to-do list. And the to-do list, it checks off the boxes. And it does this not in the file. So it has like a task list. Anti-Gravity would like to access microphone. No. But
Why you don't want to talk to it?
no, I'm afraid it's gonna like ruin the thing.
Yeah,
And it's
okay.
already downloading another update that just updated this morning. So the folks are really working on this.
Yeah.
And you can see a task list here. This is my leaderboard for Weights and Biases Wii, for example. And I just asked it to do some stuff. So it planned for itself. It gave me a to do. The cool thing about this, you can review the plan and give it instructions right here, or you can comment on any specific to do or a bunch of to dos and give it the comment like here. And then with this comment, the to do plan will change before it even starts generating.
cool.
I found that that's super cool. And this is an artifact. It's not a file. It's like a first-party built-in thing, but primitive of the system. And the other one is walkthrough. So once the model starts doing something, it will generate this file, which is a walkthrough file, and will show you the implementation walkthrough of the changes it made. And this, to me, is much nicer to view than the running kind of conversation with the thinking and the chat, basically.
Oh, so it's like a summary of what it's been doing.
And because it has an integration with Chrome, and this is one other thing I want to call out, it has a deep integration with browser. It's going to open the browser right now with the Chrome extension. And then because it has a deep integration with Chrome via the anti-gravity browser control, it can take screenshots and videos.
Yeah.
It takes screenshots and videos, and then
very
it puts you in this walkthrough. It just puts you like, hey, I did this thing. And it's like right here. And the more it will update, the more it will work.
Right. It's a feedback loop for the agent.
And then the last thing, and I think the most important thing, and this is the reason why, folks, I chose anti-gravity as my number one update this week, is because the agent manager is a completely new beast.
Yeah.
And we are getting a few folks leading the stage, so we're going to get a little bit noisy here. So let me get the microphones up a little bit.
Check.
But folks, this is the anti-gravity agent manager. And now, basically, what this means is that I no longer need to think in folders concepts, in files concepts. I have all my workspaces, which is folders. In every one, I have a conversation. So I have this like add Gemini 3 Pro eval to my evals, and then did the eval. Before this, I generated the Minar chart. Nistan, if you remember, we did this together, the Minar chart generated here. I also built this nano banana test where I had some access before, and I built this UI. And so when I have agents running on multiple things, I have this inbox, and they basically tell me, hey, the next step for you to do is to open the walkthrough. For nano banana or the Minar chart, you can open this. Here, I'm stuck in a CLI thing that I want you to accept. Basically, all these agents can run independently of me, and I'm like managing them.
Yeah.
So basically, this agent manager makes you a PM.
It's your job.
It's you're a PM now of agents versus just like a code editor that you work alongside.
That's clearly the future.
You're an engineering manager now.
Yes, engineering manager.
There you go. Immediate promotion.
And I love this. And you can start a conversation. I'll call out one last thing about anti-gravity, which is really hard for me to remember off the top of my head. Why they called it this? There's a playground feature, and I think it's one of my favorite features here. Why? Because if I want to just test something out, like, hey, generate a 3D scene of a piano with clickable keys that I can play with my keyboard. If I want to just do that, I don't have to open the folder. I can just go into Playground, hit this, and it will just work.
So it's not tied to a workspace.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you know the innovation, the crazy innovation behind this? It opens the folder in the dedicated space on my behalf in like dot, anti-gravity. It doesn't matter. But like the fact that it's here,
is cool.
It's great.
That's nice.
All right, so this has been the update from Google and DeepMind, folks. We're gonna stop sharing here super quick. We're gonna show you the results of our anti-gravity response. Thor, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it. We threw you in the deep water, day 3 of your work. I could ask you stuff about your previous job. You worked at 11 Labs for a while, and before and some other stuff.
Incredible company as well.
Incredible company. We love 11 Labs. We just had you connected me with. I forgot the name. It's too many.
Paul, yes.
Yeah, Paul.
Ashes. Yeah,
Paul
yeah,
Ashes
yeah.
was on the
He's
show.
amazing.
It was great, and context overload a little bit. Right, folks. So we're gonna move on to OpenAI now. Thor, thank you so much for coming.
Take
folks,
care.
we
We'll see
should
you soon.
all
Yeah,
give Thor a follow. And while we bring on Dominic Wolfram, I would love to hear from you to come in to give your thoughts about Gemini. While we bring on Dominic, we're gonna go off.
Yeah, sure. I can. Are you hearing me? No, you are muted. Okay. Yeah, Yam can also add something about the Gemini CLI and so on in the next step. But should I talk now? Or? Okay. We are not talking to each other, so I'm talking. So
Yeah,
what
we're
I've
just bringing up Dom. Go ahead, Wolfram.
Okay, yeah. So I've been using Gemini since it came out directly for creative writing tasks and comparing it, and it's my favorite model now. It has replaced Sonnet 4.5, which was in Germany especially the best model so far. And Gemini did make even less mistakes in the German language, and in general, the writing was top-notch. Compared to, for
Right.
instance, 4.1, it is so much better in the writing department. It's become my go-to model, my main model now. And interestingly, the system prompts I've been using with all these models, it is a smarter model, but it's appeared not to be instruction following as closely because it seemed to also have some kind of intuition where
Yeah,
it actually
I saw
said
that
something.
too.
You
You
can
saw it
also,
too, yeah.
it's live on Twitter.
Because
Sorry,
it
we're
seems
just sorry, Wolfram.
Sorry.
yeah,
Sorry.
it seems to understand the intention of your prompt and go by the intention instead of just sticking to the literal prompt as written, which was also a very interesting experience. And so I think they have really delivered here. It's my favorite model now. And when I want to test a model, I always say evaluation, evaluation, evaluation. But for your personal use case, just use it for a while. Make it your main model for just a day.
Yeah,
And
use it.
And then you will see what happens. And I will be using this one as my main model now.
Nice, big words.
So about Gemini CLI, I maxed out my rate limits twice
Did
yesterday
you?
and today on Gemini CLI really quickly. Out of the box, the model is a beast. It's
Wow.
something, yeah, it's different. I'm using it on a Linux-based machine, so it can control the system itself. I've seen it do things that other models just didn't come up with. It could solve things that bugs that I just didn't see any other model being able to solve. And I compared. I gave stuff to Gemini, stuff to other models, and saw to see what's going on. I didn't have a lot of. I want to compare it to Codex-Max, which also is extremely powerful. Codex has always been an extremely powerful model, but I didn't have the time to try this and that. So I just want to say Gemini on the CLI is a great model. It's really good also for brainstorming through the CLI. Yeah, you can just talk through the CLI, like brainstorming what you want to develop.
You mean
and so
Gemini,
on.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great, absolutely delivered. Completely agree with Wolfram. They absolutely delivered. Rate limits are a bit of a pain, but understandable. Everyone is saying it's absolutely, they absolutely delivered, mean that everyone is using it. So I kind of get the rate limits. So yeah.
Alrighty. Thank you guys for chiming in. And now we're gonna go and introduce Dominic Kundl, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, Dominic Kundl. Dom is on OpenAI. Could you introduce yourself and closer to the mic because there's some background noise? Introduce yourself. Tell us who you are. This is the first time on the podcast, so welcome. We really appreciate
Yeah, thanks for
you.
having me.
Dom was just like walking around. We met at the Dev Day before, and I think somebody introduced us. And I just like pulled him in. And there's a PR person from OpenAI here as well. I was like, hey, can you go and get? So I really appreciate you being like spontaneous and jumping on. The way I convinced him, though, I'll tell you, is I told him that Thor is going to come and DeepMind is going to be overrepresented on the podcast, and shouldn't OpenAI also be here?
Got to jump in.
I thought it was just that we were doing a German AI corner with Thor first and then me.
Yes,
we could do that too.
we probably could do this with some AI help. So please introduce yourself to the audience. This is your camera, and tell folks who you are, and then we're going to talk about some of the stuff that OpenAI released this week.
Yeah, great. Hi, everyone. My name is Dominic Kundl. I'm on the developer experience team at OpenAI, so working both with the product teams and the developer community on how to get the most out of OpenAI's products.
All right, so Dom, the first question I have for you, I'm going to throw you into deep water, is could you guys not like chill this week? Like, what's up? Like, really, this is a difficult week for all of us who follow along the curve of OpenAI, like AI developments. We talked about OpenAI multiple times, like all the time, obviously every release. But like last week, why? Like, no, I'm just kidding. Obviously, why? But like, what is can you give us the high level summary of the releases that OpenAI decided to cap the week with, to bookend the week?
Yeah, I mean, after last week we had GPT-5.1 and GPT-5.1 Codex. So this week we released GPT-5.1 Codex-Max.
Yes.
And then also we tried to calm you all down to like not make it a big deal, but like we updated GPT-5 Pro to GPT-5.1 Pro.
Yes.
Wow.
And I heard from a co-host of us, sometimes a guest of ours here on the show, Dr. Dario Unutmaz. This is like he got access to 5.1 Pro, and he absolutely loved it. It's like research-grade intelligence. Honestly, it's been a crazy week. I haven't had time to play with the 5 Pro myself. I think I did like one run, and it gave me like an insane answer. I don't even know if I have the capability to differentiate between 5.1, which is really good, and 5.1 Pro. That one is not on the API yet.
No, it's not on the API.
And
also, the technically 5.1 Codex-Max is not in the API yet. It's only if you sign into ChatGPT, into Codex with ChatGPT.
Got it.
Oh,
Okay, so it's not
in
available
Codex.
by API. Got it.
It's going to come into the API soon, though.
Does Codex choose when to use the Max model versus?
No, it's the default now.
It's the default, okay.
So if you have the latest version of Codex, it's going to be the default.
It sounds expensive. So I thought, this is the most expensive.
No, it's actually like the model we focused on giving you almost the best of both worlds. The model is both more capable, but it's also faster and more cost efficient.
Wow. How does that work?
We made
That's
it.
amazing.
We made it the default.
Cool. Love it.
OpenAI is not great at naming. So really saying OpenAI GPT 5.1 Codex-Max
Yes.
with ultra high think or extra high think or extra high.
Yes.
So if there's an opportunity for me to give some feedback, the naming is not amazing. But
You don't
the
want
model,
to double down on that.
you probably will. But the model is insane from what I see, and specifically because of the compacting thing.
Yeah.
So I just want to tell folks, when the model was released, the kind of the autonomy and the long horizon running task capabilities of this model are not just a straight line continuation into like, okay, we've doubled the context window. I think the context window is still in the 1 million area. As far as
I forgot what it is for that model.
At least, but because of something that it does is compacting, which I will put you on the spot to tell us what that is about. Based on the actual release notes, it's running for like 24-hour plus tasks, which is, if you follow the METR kind of like long horizon agent things, it's just like out of distribution continuation of the previous model. 24 hours was not in the realm of things. And I chatted with an OpenAI person that told me that like it could run for way longer than this, also because of this compacting thing. So just for folks who are listening who have no idea what I'm talking about, models have context windows. Basically, how much memory they have to be able to process some things. And context windows, the more they get filled, the less the model, especially in the agentic model that helps you code, is performant. Because it kind of like starts losing facts. It starts
like short-term memory.
Short-term memory, exactly. But now this is the compaction thing. Is basically what? Can you tell us like what that is?
Yeah, how does it work?
Yeah, I mean, we already had like compaction in Codex that you could like either manually trigger or if it will get to a certain threshold.
But that's more like just start a new thread. You compact
it would
and go?
still like compact it. So like for those old models, you can like see it in like the Codex code base, like where like side note for a lot of people that don't know, Codex is open source. It's written in Rust. You can look under the hood if you want to check anything out. But the big thing is really just that we wanted to make sure that the model is really good at dealing with that compaction and can work on these long-running tasks, because our goal with Codex, that I think is like important to keep in mind, is that we wanted to be a software engineer that works on your team that you can trust with hard tasks, and hard tasks can take a long time. And so we really made sure that the model can deal with that compaction in the long run.
Compaction, as just the way to explain this, basically the model takes whatever was previously in the conversation tree and removes anything that's like irrelevant, like tool calling that are not relevant, maybe just the result, something like this, right? Or
I
is there
can't,
more
I can't get into like the details of
Yeah.
like what that.
Can you get into the details of like the open source codex?
Yeah,
How it did compaction with tool
So
calling?
that one, for example, like it did a summary basically. On
Summary.
The past conversation.
So what you're saying is it happens at the model level. So
honestly, I don't know.
But yeah, I can probably
cool
say
going
that
on.
this is what I heard as well. That and this is some of this is results as well. That GPT-5.1 Codex-Max was trained with native compaction understanding of what this is. What this reminded me of is that back when MCP was just getting started, other models were not good at understanding
doing
MCP,
MCP.
and Cloud was really good because they trained Claude to be native in MCP, and so the reasoning didn't take as much.
Right.
So the reasoning process didn't take as much to get to the same level.
Yeah,
and so it feels like when you natively train the model with RL, which everybody uses for everything, and I know OpenAI, like folks sometimes don't like to talk about their RL, but RL is there. It just becomes better at this task. And so we see here efficiency, like 30% fewer thinking tokens compared to predecessors in median.
Yeah, that was the other part, right? Like we know that like the people always want faster and faster models. And so like a big focus was that like the model is actually more efficient in its tasks. So like if you're looking at the graphs that we published in the blog post, you can actually see that like even for the same levels of reasoning, like the model got significantly more efficient in using using like fewer tokens to get like better results. And so I think that's like one of the biggest standouts and why we made it a default. So it's not max in the sense it's like the most expensive,
right.
But it's actually better. And it's not just better in the like general sense. One of the big things that we've heard is on Windows, like the model struggled with like things like PowerShell, for example. So we actually made the model better at knowing
Windows
PowerShell.
shell commands. Nice.
And we as part of that, we released an experimental sandbox in Windows now. So hopefully the experience is going to be better.
When do you think you'll ship the model in the API?
I don't have an exact date, but we're trying to get it out as soon as we can.
Cool. Nice.
And Ryan is asking because I'm assuming the AMP would like to test it.
We want to try it. Come on.
So, okay, where is this available right now? It's available in Codex and
Codex.
in the Codex ID extension as well,
Yeah,
right?
so it's in the IDE extension, the CLI, and the web cloud tasks if you're using those. And everywhere, if you have the latest version, it's defaulting to that.
Yeah, we were talking about with Thor before in Google. We're talking about the different offerings for Gemini CLI as a CLI tool, and then Jules as the coding tool, and then now Anti-Gravity as the IDE. They don't think they have an extension, but I'm not sure. And we're like, why? There's like so many. We didn't ask them. And Codex is all that. Also, those products were under one name. So there's a Codex Cloud thing where you can just like go and hand off agentic task for cloud. There's a Codex CLI extension, which is like just Codex. And then you guys don't have an IDE yet, but there is an IDE extension, which is essentially a sidebar extension, like Klein or Rue or those
like
folks.
VS Code or whatever.
For every VS Code out there. Yeah. So Codex is like all that together, and this new model is available there.
Correct.
Tell me about high and extra high. What's up? Like, what is this?
So we introduced extra high as like we know, like generally our recommendation is to use the medium level for most of your tasks. Like it's actually a great day-to-day. It can deal with like very complex tasks even on medium.
Cool.
But and then we had a high reasoning level already, but we figured there were like tasks where for your really hardest tasks, sometimes you really don't care about how long it takes. You just want to crunch it out and you want results. And so that's what extra high is really for. And I know that just makes the name even longer.
Yes.
But,
I'm going to try to add the screen here to show the folks. So we have incredible results on Terminal Bench. Terminal Bench 2 just launched with 5.1 Codex-Max. I don't know sure if this is high or extra high. 58% on Terminal Bench. Dude, Terminal Bench launched, I think was that last week?
Yeah.
This week was insane to me. So I don't know if it was last week or 2 weeks ago. But like we talked about Terminal Bench just launching, and the state of the art when they just launched was 50%.
Yeah.
And I think this was Warp using GPT-5.
Right.
And then 52%, and then like jumps to 58. I think Gemini also like tried to get there. I think this is now state of the art on Terminal Bench.
I think so.
And then we like this is the extra high part here. So we're showing also in SweetBench Verified comparison to GPT-5.1 Codex-Max is basically cheaper and faster, looks like, and more accurate across all the endpoints. So the low-end ones are just run for less tokens with higher accuracy. The medium one, pretty much the same accuracy, maybe a little bit higher, but significantly less tokens. So the medium was 14,000 tokens, and the medium for Max is 9,000 tokens. And then the high is like significantly high in score, while also being less tokens.
And one of the things that we still have as part of this is still the thing we introduced with like GPT-5 Codex originally, which is adaptive reasoning. So like even though if you're setting it to like medium, that doesn't necessarily mean it's like overthinking complex questions. It actually can still, or simple questions, it can actually still adjust for like simple questions, respond quickly.
Cool.
And like I've caught myself with this a couple of times where I'm asking Codex to do something, and I think it's going to take a while, and I turn around and it's already done. So like, if you've used Codex before, you should really feel like a significant speed up.
So is adaptive reasoning like the same model, or do you do a quick call out to like a really fast model to decide if it's a complex task?
No, the model has like adaptive reasoning.
Wow, cool.
So anything else we didn't cover? I would love to talk to you about Pro 5.1 Pro, and I have this question for you. Basically, how the hell am I supposed to tell if it's better than 5 Pro? Like, how do you guys have? Like, I'm assuming there's evals in place, but for who's the target audience for this, and how can they tell if it's actually better for them to wait these like 5, 10, 17 minutes that Pro can go on like a long tangent?
I think it's a good question for like everyone sort of has like a different threshold, right? Like I've loved using 5.1 Pro for like the tasks that are like really getting me to like, I can't get the other models to like give me a result. So like I don't necessarily default to 5.1. In ChatGPT, you also have the option to like when you like trigger 5.1 Pro and it like takes too long, just like go skip it. But like I try to not resort to it immediately, and like I don't know if you've seen like the Oracle tool that has been like circling around Twitter, where I think Peter Steinberg is the one who built it, but like he basically built a little CLI tool that he can give to like Codex, for example, to like pop open ChatGPT in the browser, send off the task to Pro, and then like get the result back, and like seemingly he uses that when like Codex reaches its limits. So like people have really been like mind blown for tasks that like they didn't think a model could do, could solve it. Like I think Theo posted about it, where like he gave 5.1 Pro like a puzzle from DEF CON. And it solved that. So
I think I have some facts here for Codex-Max and 5.1 Pro. But I think just like close out on this and let you get back to the conference. You guys couldn't just let this week slide by, and I really appreciate this. So to summarize the releases, GPT-5.1 Codex-Max with high and extra high abilities of thinking. API is not there yet, but that's coming. But right now, folks can just like use it in Codex and ID extensions as well. And Pro is available. Pro 5.1 Pro is available to Pro users in ChatGPT as well. And that's like a very long horizon running task. And I think LDJ is calling out that group chats are also rolling out.
Oh yeah, we launched.
Tell us about group chats. Like what's going on? Like why? In what way will we use group chats?
I think like the
newish feature, right? Like it's fairly new. It's just
it just came out earlier. So
this
like
is for multi-person chat with one AI.
Correct. So like you can bring your friends together and like still use ChatGPT. So
That's smart.
For example, like planning a party, or I don't know, like when you're like you've had sort of I've certainly had these situations where like you're discussing with your team or with other friends like a topic, and like one of you goes back and like starts.
ChatGPT says this. So do you tag it? You basically say add ChatGPT when you want it to.
You can just ask like ChatGPT, can you do this?
Okay, cool.
Is agent mode in there? And by the way, this is breaking news, folks. This is rolling out from what...
I was going to say,
you didn't even... We caught you by surprise?
It came like 40 minutes ago. So,
yes.
Breaking news.
I don't know if it is, if agent mode is in there.
Okay, so we need to test out agent mode, because like if you wanted to give it task, it needs to go and do some tasks.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So we should probably open the group chat, all of us, and try it out for Thursday as well. Cool. Dominic, thank you so much for coming up. I really appreciate your ability and like of just jumping on and be grilled here. And we should mention also that you are one of the folks who work on the GPT-OSS release.
Yeah, I do.
And we cover GPT-OSS. We also support GPT-OSS and the WB inference. And it's a great model. And not only the testament of how great this model is, the anti-gravity IDE that they just released from Google. this is the only open source model that they support.
Yeah.
They don't support any other model, GPT-OSS 120B, in addition to Cursor, I think, to Sonnet 4.5, and to their own model. So that's like super, super cool. Congrats to you on that release. We really, really appreciate it. Like, very happy to have you on the show. And feel free to come back when you guys do more releases.
Will do.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you,
Have
man.
a good one.
Thank you so much for coming. All right, folks, this has been Dominic Kundl from OpenAI, and we're back. And we're going to bring back Wolfram and LDJ and Yam and see if you guys have comments on GPT 5.1 Codex-Max. I do it. It's a handful to say. It's a lot to say.
I can't say that.
You can't use this in AMP yet because
No.
they just said they don't have an API. But Wolfram, LDJ, Yam, did you guys have a chance to test it out?
Oh yeah, I did. You definitely feel a difference. Absolutely. From the first prompt, you feel a difference. It's better. It's better. It just understands. I mean, it's like tiny bit better on benchmark, so it's hard to explain what exactly is better, but you feel it immediately. It just gets the bugs. If you have like a bug that you have a vibe, you kind of understand how the agents work. You get a vibe that, okay, that's going to be hard for the agent. All of a sudden, it's just being solved, and sometimes much faster than you think. The previous codex, the first one, in my opinion, it was incredible from the ground up for writing code, but the first one was not talking to you. You just explained something, and he just went on to just do the thing. Sometimes you try to ask it, like, what is the best approach to do 1, 2, or 3, and you expect for an answer, and it just ignores it and starts to do it on its own. And usually it also gets the code done, but it's not exactly what you wanted. 5.1 solved this. Definitely, you can speak to the model and it responds back. It's much more human-like. It's not human, it's human-like.
Human-like,
It's not your girlfriend.
And the new one, I didn't get a lot of time to test it. Obviously, it was released yesterday, but yeah, you definitely feel the difference. People talk about compacting and so on. The model is so efficient. I don't remember too many times I got to a point where I needed compacting. Unlike other CLI tools, not mentioning names, that are grinding through the entire context in 5 minutes. So definitely go check it out. And 5.1 Pro is a beast, but I'm a fanboy of the Pro series since the first one.
I think compacting comes. Sorry to interrupt if I interrupted. It's kind of hard to hear, but compacting comes into play on very long horizon tasks. And I chatted with the OpenAI person here during this AI engineer talk, and he was basically saying, "Hey, I ran my like an earlier checkpoint of whatever, obviously the internal one, for a week on and off on my laptop, and off of one prompt, and the exit criteria was, hey, you should get better like at this task or at that task." And I'm just like mind blown that we're at the place where they're announcing 24-hour runs, but we're getting a week worth of like an agentic run of a model. This is like mind blowing.
I mean, it's hard to imagine what kind of task is needed for a week. I mean, it's fascinating.
Yeah,
it's a lot of compute.
I just want to say, I can confirm that I saw a couple of hours myself. I'm not affiliated with OpenAI. I saw a couple of hours myself on the previous version. It's definitely real, and it can power through pretty much anything you throw it in.
Yeah. What was the task that you gave it that was doing that?
Actually, an open research question. Like I'm doing experiments, machine learning, and so on. And it's an open research. You got experiments results, and you want to, go and experiment the next session of experiments. Where you're going to how are you going to understand the research question that you are into? And it's completely open. The result is not online. And it just went power through for like 2-3 hours. And I thought it's gonna crash. I thought the terminal is frozen or something. I see that, the ticking timer just goes up and up and up. And it came up with an answer. And I saw it went online, read the papers, checked my code, checked the results. It actually did work did like heavy lifting work for 2-3 hours. It was pretty incredible to see.
Crazy.
Actually, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, folks, I want to kind of like take a beat here and summarize what we just kind of covered on the show so far. Obviously, we had Dominic, who's on OpenAI, working on the OpenOSS model, and he talked to us about like the Codex and Codex-Max and the GPT-5 Pro stuff. Before this, we had Thor. I was almost slipped and said Thor from 11 Labs. Thor from DeepMind, who just joined, but basically helped us cover the Gemini 3 release. And we also barely, but we covered a little bit of anti-gravity, their agentic release. Gemini, Google released a bunch of other stuff as well. We have to talk about Nano Banana Pro. We talked about this in the beginning, and then the show crashed. We really have to go and generate some stuff live on the show. Also we had Swigs, and Swig covered the AI Engineer. This is a big show. But the week began with the folks from Grok, and why am I can't switch cameras or something? Okay, that's fine. The week began with folks from Grok just absolutely releasing the top intelligence for one day.
It seems pretty good.
I don't remember any other one-day top release from before. I think there was one, but I'm not it's not coming to me. I don't think it is, because they didn't tell other labs about this necessarily. It didn't even come up with an API. But Grok 4.1 is the new release from the folks at XAI, and it's really, really, really good. And so they actually followed up with another release just yesterday with Grok 4.1 Fast and agentic tool capabilities. Let's take a look at this, because I think it's really, really worth taking a look at how the release was posted. So give me a second, folks, to pull up this here. Grok, let me see, XAI. I'll pull up the kind of the official thing. It's easier.
Do it.
Yeah. I will ask this before, folks. Do you guys use Grok at all for anything? And if not, why not?
I'll go first.
I tried it.
Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I tried it today, and I must say that look, the search, the X search is great. It can also search Reddit, by the way, which many other models refuse to do. It just search Reddit out of the loop. But the results, at least that I got, were good, but just not mind-blowing as you think you would get when you see the benchmarks. Yeah.
So I will highlight kind of the releases. So again, two models, Grok 4.1, which is kind of the main one. They did a thing that I didn't appreciate, and I think I called it out last time, because they just kind of updated it in place on the Grok thing, and then they just showed that people prefer the previous Grok. I like checkpoints. I like to be able to know which model I'm talking about, but it gets 64% win rate against the previous one. And I think we kind of covered this already a little bit. And then for one day, Grok 4.1, which is a 0.1 release, not a full 0.5 release or a 3 release from Gemini. It topped LM Arena at 1400 ELO score. So 1483 for Grok 4.1 thinking, and 1465 for Grok 4.1, which is basically the top of LM Arena for a day. Because then Gemini came out with the first, I think, 1500 above ELO score. And Gemini 3 just kind of dominates this. I haven't seen GPT-5.1
Pro Max.
Codex-Max. Pro Max is the iPhones, Ryan. Are you getting confused? What's going on? I haven't seen the GPT 5.1. Should we call this Pro Max? I think it's going to be easy.
I like it.
Codex-Max or the Pro on this. But then also, shout out to our friend Sam Peach, EQ Bench, and Creative Writing are almost the top of the charts on Grok.
Wow.
But I think that this is not the whole story of Grok, and I want to pull out kind of the actual tweet, because Grok 4.1 Fast, this is the one that most people can use an API. I don't know if you guys used it already or not.
We don't.
This was released 18 hours ago, folks. So we are breaking new ground and breaking news here. 4.1 Fast and Agent Tools API. I honestly haven't had a chance to play with this yet as well. Basically, their best tool in coding model with 2 million context window.
2 million?
Yes.
I mean, I'm so curious what the effective number is, though, because we all know with Sonnet 4.5, it's supposed to be 1 million, but really it's 200 to 300K.
Yep.
So I mean, what if it's 1 million that's effective on Grok 4.1?
I actually want to see if they posted the notes about the ruler benchmark. I think they use for this.
And do we know the cost?
Yes, we're going to take a look at this for 2 million. Agent Tools API, which gives agents access to real-time X data, web search, remote code execution, and more. This one, Ryan, I want you to see this because the folks on stage are seeing this. This is the Tau bench. This is a agentic independent evaluation from artificial analysis. Grok 4.1 Fast is an insane performance here.
For cheap.
With a very cheap total cost of $5.55 and overall accuracy of 93%, which beats Gemini 3 Pro that just released, and 10x's the price for $5 versus $57, and accuracy is also higher. Beats GPT-5.1, beats 4.5 Sonnet, and beats the previous Grok 4 Fast. Significant.
Can you summarize Tau bench? Like, how does it work basically?
No, but we can take a look.
Right.
T2 bench.
I could summarize it.
Yeah, go ahead, LJ,
Yeah, so
please.
so there's multiple sections. There's a airline section and a retail section, and it's meant to be a agentic, somewhat computer use, but kind of a multi-hop reasoning agentic benchmark for doing things like acting as an employee that would help book airline tickets, or doing things that would be similar as like customer service for a retail environment, and simulated things like that.
Got it.
That's super cool. Thank you, LDJ. And then the performance on this is just like absolutely crazy. State-of-the-art tool calling. So we talked about the Gorilla benchmark. Nistan, I think, left already. LDJ, but like we talked about Gorilla a bunch of times. The Berkeley function calling V4 benchmark. Basically, the ability to like use a bunch of tools at the same time, anonymous for over a long time horizon. This is also an insane chart. Gemini 3 Pro, which just released again, is around, the total cost for this is like $234 with 63% accuracy. Grok 4 Fast Reasoning is like 10x the price.
It's almost hard to believe.
10x cheaper with
like,
69% accuracy. So
how
like the accuracy is
real?
really, really high. And I think XAI is really cooked with this one. And I think that all of the labs have cooked this week. And everyone cooked in like a completely different thing. So multi-turn long context is also high on GPT 4.1 Fast. But I think the highlight, and I think that I wanted to talk about this before on the show, is the tool calling and the specific tools that XAI has access to. Because previously I said maybe for many labs, Grok is maybe not the best choice because of how it's uncensored.
Right.
Blah, blah.
Yeah.
But the fact that it has access to X means so much.
Right.
And I showed my agent here before on the show, and you folks probably saw the agent that I have with NA10. And I was able today to take 4.1 Fast and implement this instead of like for the previous one with the same calls. And the agent goes and does real-time research on X. And X is, with all the bad issues about X, is also probably the topmost place for real-time understanding of the world for news. And just the amount of stuff that the Grok can deliver based on this tool calling is just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, and this is very exciting. Like, if this pans out to be real, I mean, I think all of us that are building agents are going to have to take it seriously.
Yeah, and I think you guys just now have access to an API. I haven't done testing for it yet, but definitely something that I plan to do after the show and like show
give it a try.
Anything else on the Grok release, folks, that you wanted to cover? They released agentic tool set, search tools. Okay, so let's maybe cover the tools that they have super quick. I think those are important, and then we can move on to some other stuff.
I'm curious how good their web browsing tool is. Their general web browse.
I think, you mentioned they also have Reddit search, which is, I think, an agreement that they have with Reddit that many other labs don't have, right?
I don't know about the legal aspect of this, but I can tell you for sure they have Reddit search. You don't even need to mention Reddit to see in the sources the model goes on its own to just to search on Reddit. Other models outright refuse to do this. Even if you ask, even if you insist, it's very hard to get them to search Reddit. But Grok just do it on its own, and also it can search X, and X is a valuable source of information. We're all on X that we know. So Yeah. For this, I'm
Can I tell you guys a story about the X search that happened? So basically, I'm using this in my agent to wait. Okay, I'm using this in my agent to bring me some more information about any release, right? So I basically grab a tweet and then I expand this tweet and I was like, hey, go search about folks who are talking about this release, maybe not mentioning the exact name, etc. And what happens is it brings me a bunch of AI influencer threads that have no more information than the actual release. And I'm looking for the researchers. I'm looking for folks who say
Right.
retraining. I'm looking for these things. And unfortunately, I have to mute some folks who overuse the word wild. Like it literally, if it uses the word wild, I don't want it in my X or summary for X. Wild. But it's definitely wild. All right, folks. So we are back to. I think we've covered most of the main releases.
Yep.
Let's just take a bit here and like think about. Do you guys remember ever this insane of a week?
No,
I can't breathe. What the fuck?
No.
Every major lab, and we haven't even covered Meta yet, and we're going to talk about SAM3 and 3D in a second. And Google decided to say, hey, we know how this game is played, so we're gonna announce something. It's going to leak. All of those people were going to leak this. OpenAI is going to release something before or after to try to capture the media attention. And then we're going to release something again. So they came up together today with Gemini, with Nano Banana Pro, which was insane. And also we're going to take a look at this as well. And
it's busy. It's busy. And we all have to build on top of this stuff.
What did you all think accelerating means?
Yes.
If not that, what did you all think it means?
Wolfram is wearing his Christmas hat because this is the AI Christmas. Although I think that the actual AI Christmas is coming soon as well. So I think that we're gonna have that as well. All right, folks. What's next on our agenda? Short this week's buzz. Let me award from our sponsor super quick, and then we're gonna talk about. Don't go anywhere because we're gonna talk about SAM segment anything 3. We're gonna show you a visual example of this, and we're gonna play with Nano Banana as well. So don't go anywhere. We're going to do this week's buzz super quick. And we're getting a hello from Michigan, USA from Blank. What's up, Blank from Michigan, USA? Welcome to the live show. All right, this week's buzz. And we're back to it. Alrighty. All right. Can I not hear myself? Hello. Oh, there we go. Give me just 1 second. Mark, can I get camera? This camera? Thank you. Alrighty, folks. Welcome to this week's buzz. My name is Alex Volkov, and the AI Evangelist with Weights and Biases, who is the sole sponsor of Thursday AI, the podcast. And as always, we release a bunch of stuff every week. And I think I already told you about Merriman Notebooks. Merriman Notebooks is a company that CoreWeave acquired kind of like under the Weights and Biases umbrella. And this week, Merriman had an update, so I wanted to briefly tell you about this update as well. Give me just 1 second to pull this up. So Merriman is a company that builds AI Python notebooks for AI specifically. They're executable as scripts. You can deploy them as apps, and you can version them with Git. These are like the 3 things that Python notebooks don't usually have. And Merriman is kind of the future of Python notebooks. So shout out to Merriman for this announcement. And for this week, the update is we have a native VS Code and cursor extensions with reactive notebooks and a UV-powered reproducible environment. If you've done any Python development and you haven't switched to UV, you know that you're not going to make it, basically. Virtual Env and all those folks are not the place. UV is how to live your life as a Python developer. And Merriman brings a native integration into Cursor, VS Code, and also UV. So this is kind of like, this is your small update from us. I can see if I can show you. No, I can't show you the 6-minute video, but it's very easy to install. You just install it from the Chrome extension notebook. You open a Maribou notebook, and then the tutorial, the integration is right there, and it's really cool. And then also there's a native VS Code GitHub Copilot working inside the notebook. If you ever try to do a Python notebook, you know that until like Cursor brings the support for this, the AIs, they lose their shit. They don't know which cell to execute. They don't know if the cells are executable. They try to do the diff tool doesn't work. Like it's a mess.
Yeah.
So this is a really big deal for somebody who wants to like use notebooks, smart notebooks like Marimo,
With
but
agents.
also like work with AI. So this is a shout out for Marimo team. If you are here at the AI Engineer give me 1 second. If you're here at the AI Engineer, we with the Marimo folks will join us on the booth. Speaking of, let me just turn around so you see the logo of Weights and Biases, representing Weights and Biases. We are here at the AI Engineer. We're a gold sponsor of this event, a gold sponsor of the AI Engineer event. If you're listening to this while you're here at the AI Engineer, I don't know why you should. There's so many talks going around, but if you're here or if you're joining tomorrow, please come join us at our booth. We have a RoboDog. We have a thing here somewhere that you can win, a $4,000 worth of RoboDog that you can win just by implementing Weave, our implementation tracking and evaluation software. So definitely come check us out. And if you're not here at the AI Engineer, we will probably do an online hackathon very soon. So stay tuned for that. So shout out to Weights and Biases Weave. And this has been this week's Buzz. Let's go back and play with some tools. Woo. Alrighty. Can we bring Ryan back? Give me a second. Let me see if I can control. All right, folks. What is the next important thing that we have to talk about? I think everybody's interested in Nano Banana, right?
Let's do it. It's visual. It's fun.
Let's do
cool.
the visual stuff at the end of the podcast. We're almost 2 hours in. Wolfram, how are we doing? How much of a score would you give us in terms of covering everything? Yama's checking Red Bull because he's going to go all night testing.
Amazing that we covered so much.
Yes, including 3 guests on the show.
Yeah.
We haven't given you like all the details like we usually do, and we haven't covered any open source LDJ, right? So in terms of open source.
While you were gone, we covered the Olmo release. The new
Oh,
one.
amazing!
Yeah.
That's great. I didn't even notice how long I was gone for because it was a while. Okay, folks. In breaking news from this morning, Gemini decided to not just wait around. Right, I want to sit so you can see me. Let me switch seats. Hold on.
Come on over.
Come on over.
There
Like
we
this.
go.
All right.
There we go.
What's up, Ryan? Folks can see me and Ryan buddying up. I'm not going to share headphones with you.
No.
Just because that's
too much.
Thing. Yeah. But we're now you can see the screen. We can do like the actual presentation.
Oh, nice. There we go.
Hopefully you guys can hear me well still on this new mic. Yeah. And let's do some Nano Banana stuff. Ooh. So Nano Banana Pro was released in I will say I got a little bit of a. Can you zoom out a little bit? Just zoom out a little bit. We have a short one as well. Give us a sec. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, thank you. So Nano Banana Pro came out. Nano Banana is Gemini's image editing tool, and has been upgraded with thinking capabilities. Excuse me. Which means that this model, kind of like the GPT image of before, you can talk to it and it will think about the stuff that you said and then will generate incredible graphics. This one supports resolution of up to 4K. So it's available in AI Studio. It's available inside Gemini as well. And I think just the demos will be what we want, right? So previously on the show, we took a screenshot of all of us. And then we asked the GPT model to give us a. Let me find the tab.
I remember this. Sadly, I had to drop, but I remember watching you guys.
Let's go to iDev. Hopefully, I'm logged in on this browser. Okay, got it. This is the new AI Studio, by the way, and you can see that this AI Studio, the playground is just the playground, but now it's like agentic, and you can build stuff, whatever.
Oh, wow.
So we have Nano Banana Pro, and you need to link your API key because it's paid. Nano Banana Pro is like a paid service. Okay. And you can upload an image and say, let me just look at the editing capabilities of this model. Remove the live streaming stuff and keep just the faces of the people and even remove their names. We're going to try out this live. Do you guys see the screen, by the way? Wolfram, can you confirm? We'll verify. Yeah, we can see the screen. All right, we'll zoom in here. And then you can see this model starts, and then it shows the thinking traces here, which I think is like super cool.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
it's not just a model that's like just try to generate. And I will show you like another thing that I generated.
Wow. I mean,
Look at this, folks.
oh, wow.
I just want you to like see that this is the exact same image
What the heck?
without the. Let me pin
Wow.
the other one super quick.
The thinking traces are cool.
Yeah.
Like we've never seen that with image generation before.
So here is the original image, and here is the image that it gave us, right? And you can see like it removed the logo for Thursday Eye. Ryan is smiling like Ryan is smiling. It removed Alex Volkov. That I should have had Ryan Carson there as well. Yam, it removed all of the live stuff, all of the view. It's just like incredible.
Jeez Louise. That's amazing.
But this is not all it can do. So apparently this model has support for up to 6 people that it can generate their faces, and then up to
Put all of us in with you in the
Oh, yeah.
conference. I think that's a good prop.
add Yam and Wolfram to
That's a great
the.
test. I've been doing tests like that, and it's just pasted the people on top. So if it does it very well, that would be a cool advancement.
It might be a good test to ask it to add LDJ in there too and see what it does.
Yeah, I want to see what's going to happen.
We'll add LDJ in a second. So, folks who are just listening, basically it's a picture of a 4x4 square of all of us, me and Ryan, sitting on the top right square. And the prompt that I gave it is not a simple prompt from really image models. I said add Yam and Wolfram to the rectangle with Ryan and Alex, and hopefully this will work.
Let's see the thinking traces. All right.
Oh, it added Yam, but not Wolfram. So it says, I'm currently working on combining different panels to create a single image. My initial thought to use image 1, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it did something. It took Yam and it added Yam with us. And this kind of works, but it did not.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. But it also replaced LDJ with another image of us. But also Wolfram, it kind of like worked in your face.
Wolfram doesn't like you.
Yeah. And this is the resolution is 1K. One other thing that this does, let's actually try something else. It has access to Google search. It has grounding. So if you open a new chat, you can ask it for like infographics for like very specific things. And here is an insane prompt that ChatGPT came with, that the ChatGPT came with based on the notes for this week's support. So design, I'm not going to read all of this, but I'm going to scroll through this super quick. It says, design a high-end vertical promo infographic poster for a tech podcast episode. The episode is titled Thursday Eye, and blah, 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 style polished, and then composition. At the top center, place the main text in bold. Then beneath that, a tiny line. And then in the center of the poster, create a large glowing circular AI core symbol. And then include those panels. Google panel, XAI panel. I need just one XAI, so let me remove this guy.
Okay.
Because like it does it twice for some reason. The prompt adherence is absolutely crazy. So OpenAI panel and the Meta, and then robotics panel as well. We should probably talk about Sunday. This prompt was given to me by GPT-5 Pro, I think.
Okay.
And when I hit run, and you can see this prompt is like insane. It has a bunch of stuff. This model will start thinking through all of this. And the last time I did it, Ryan, this is 1K resolution. I probably should go for 4K. The last time that I did this took 80 seconds. And the result of this was just like absolutely incredible.
What is temperature like? I know what it does, but what effect does it have on the model on image generation?
I think it already, sorry, so 1 second. It already generated it with 25 seconds. I wanted more, so let's take a look. Okay, so this is what we generated. It was fairly quick. The Weekday Labs blinked. Here's the Nano Banana Pro, the Google Gemini, and the Gravity. And you can see like the text is not like super sharp. And we can go and update the resolution to 4K and add my face as the. No, actually no.
Got another prompt.
Yeah. Add all these folks in a cartoon stylized somewhere in the infographic as hosts. Let's try to add all of us here. This may fail, but basically the model is really good at multiple image references. I think they set up to 14, which is crazy. So you can like upload an image of I don't know, a logo, another logo,
Right.
a bunch of logos, and it's really, really good at infographics specifically. They highlight infographics and text, which is nearly perfect.
Wow.
And you can take a look at zoom in here. I don't think the text is garbled anywhere.
No,
Google
it-
Gemini 3 Pro anti-gravity, 1 million token model output generative. Yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect. And you see the 3D?
Oh yeah.
You see, like it just came up with what
Look
the
at
model does. Grok 4.1 fast and agent tools. It came with like an agentic thing.
Wow. This is good. I mean,
Standard robotics. All the text is fully perfect, including kind of the Thursday logo.
wow.
But now I want to generate the 4K thing, and I don't know what it did here.
Look at
But
us.
hey, Wolfram and Yam, this is the this is
Nice.
okay. So we're gonna show this to folks. This is in 4K resolution. I think it combined me and you. This is your hair and my
We're looking
my
good.
face, or is this only you?
I don't know.
No, but this is definitely
Oh,
my
yeah.
jacket. This is
What happens when
Wolfram.
you get too close to each other?
Yeah,
That's good.
this is
That's good.
LDJ. That's great. And this is Yam.
That's very
It didn't do what I wanted, but I gotta understand like what it tried to understand.
It might be the temperature, you know. You're in high temperature.
yeah.
It might, yeah.
But do you
Yeah.
realize what's going on here? Why we have an image model that is thinking? You see it in
Yeah.
the top right corner. Nano Banana Pro is actually Gemini Pro image preview. So they
Yeah.
put
Oh,
the
yeah.
Nano Banana on top of Gemini. All the text, that is Gemini. And the images, that is Nano Banana.
Wow.
And the reasoning is all Gemini. Yeah.
That's. I mean, people are gonna have so much fun with this.
I think
You can-
the 4K resolution is the biggest thing. Go ahead, Wolfram.
You
It's
can
like-
actually put a picture in and have it analyze the picture, and Gemini will output this. So, for instance, you don't even have to output images. You can talk to it about a picture. That also
Wow.
works. Gemini is there.
The thing that I noticed as well is that because it's like native 4K resolution, this is an upscaler that you can just like give it another picture
Right.
that's not 4K
Yeah.
and say output this exact picture with 4K and we'll just like upscale this
Boom.
with no loss of detail. It's crazy. All right, we're gonna wait for this. Yes.
One thing we should show, since we are in AI Studio, or in the Gemini apps, they have this new dynamic pane view that has just been released. That is also super impressive. That would be also... It's
In
you
Gemini,
want-
let's try.
Yeah, go
Which
into the
then-
Gemini app.
Yeah.
And then just go to the plus at the bottom, where you can pick create images. There should be a dynamic view.
Oh, I don't think. Do I have creative? Yeah, I have creative images. Yeah.
And
Dynamic
in
view?
that, there should be a dynamic view with a lab symbol. That is very new.
I
That is
don't
so
have a dynamic view.
You don't have it
No.
below canvas and so on.
You want to show this?
Yeah, that has been the most impressive thing I've seen in a while.
Show us.
So-
Show us. I want to see.
Okay, let me just go to Gemini. I will share it. Just go on, and I will tell you when it's ready to be shown.
All right. We're gonna wait for Wolfram for a little bit. I will just shout out that like this Nano Banana Pro is available across everything. Across you can use it in FAL. Shout out to FAL our friends. It's available to AI Studio. You do have to pay for this. It's not like free completely.
Right.
To Gemini Ultra, I think subscriptions and some other folks. Let's see what else am I missing here from my notes about Nano Banana Pro. It is absolutely insane, but I have notes for this.
I can't wait to go home and play with that.
Yes.
Man.
Oh, the most important thing is Synth ID. This model is now watermarked, and they have a tool that you can upload images to their Nano Banana like interface
Yeah.
somewhere and ask whether or not this image was altered or
Oh,
generated
wow.
with Gemini's thing. It's called Synth ID. It's basically a safety thing.
And it's invisible to human eye, basically.
Yeah, it's completely invisible, and then the Gemini app will verify if those images were Google generated, and AI generated. They built it with like 20 billion parameter AI generated items watermarks in 2023.
Wow.
And also the C2PA rollout. All images generated across the board from all these labs will be tagged with C2PA metadata. I think Sora is metadata as well, and you'd be able to verify if nobody stripped this metadata. You'd be able to like concur that this is real.
Wow.
Wolfram, you ready for a demo?
Yeah, I'm ready. So we
All right, can you zoom in, please?
I will zoom in a bit, and
Yeah.
what I did is just enable in here the dynamic view.
Yeah.
It's a new feature. And
Is
I
this
can
the
say,
generative UI?
yeah, it generates now. It's
Yes.
what do you want to see? Something about Thursday AI? Something about the latest AI news?
Let's do. Are you telling me what to see? Let's do 4 panels of the top AI news from last week. Let's do that.
So let's just do it with a simple prompt like this.
Okay, so folks who are just listening, we're seeing Wolfram's Gemini screen, and he has a dynamic view. And I'm pretty sure the dynamic view is this generative UIs thing that they released. But for some reason, I don't have access. I think I'm caught into like a early cycle, whatever.
Right.
Basically, Gemini will generate, if I'm not mistaken, this is what it is. Gemini will generate mini apps to show you the responses of its search inside Google. Is that it, Wolfram? Is this the thing?
Yeah, that's what it's
And
doing.
it's crazy. It's because we're in the area of like generative UIs. Every UI that you have seen until today was
not.
created by a designer and crafted by a user somewhere.
Yep.
Besides the stuff like Lovable, etc.
Right.
And this is like on the fly, just in time UIs.
Yeah.
We're waiting for this.
I tested it when I just said, why is this a cool feature? I didn't give anything to the prompt, and it created a dynamic view. I posted on X about it, a screenshot, where it had my AI assistant, it had the news, it had music, it had a chat interface, so I could chat with my assistant, and the temperature, weather information. It just built a whole dashboard for me. That was pretty cool.
So for folks who are listening, we're waiting, and we are there. Look at this.
Now it's building the AI Nexus.
AI Nexus.
AI Nexus.
I like it.
They always call it Nexus. Always.
Wolfram,
All
could
the
you
models
could you
just
collect
call it
the
Nexus.
sidebar with the hamburger menu on the left?
Yum, everybody loves a Nexus. Come on.
Yeah.
But this
So
is
just
from this prompt. That is
for folks who are listening, this is basically the model vibe coding for every request that you have. It built like a website.
Yeah, it's a live UI.
With a live UI.
This is not a picture, everybody.
With the leaderboard and market reaction. What the hell are we looking at? It's insane.
And what is the circling purple bar? Is that it's still generating, or is it saying
it's
this
still
is
generating? So I can't click yet on these, but when it's done, it should be fully interactive.
I'm actually really curious where it says market reactions. Is that real data? Like, let's fact check that real quick.
You wanna
keep going down.
Scroll down.
Scroll down.
So folks who are just listening, we're seeing basically a website that was generated with the top menu bar and models and the market reaction, and then it put like NVIDIA earnings beat. And somebody can fact check us on the numbers.
I'm checking it now.
So we'll see if,
dynamic. So it should pull the actual data. I don't think it is hard-coded in the page here.
could you open the prioritizing development strategy? Could you see the reasoning traces of this?
Oh, it's finished
apparently
now. Look at
this.
this.
Is real, yeah.
With the ticker.
Wow.
So apparently 4 hours ago, it was reported that NVIDIA rose 5.2% in pre-market trading. And if you scroll down on this website, it literally said 5.2% on NVIDIA.
Wow.
Oh, that's amazing.
This is insane.
I'm sorry, models? What happened?
It has a running thing on top of like the new thing. It talked about GPT-5.1, Gemini 3, and Cloud Sonnet 4.5, which was released in September, which is not exactly last week, but that's fine. Can you click the policy and business tabs as well? Oh, it has a full article about every model.
Oh, it's
like a full analysis.
What?
When I
Like,
click
where
the
is
link,
it storing?
it opens in a new tab. But
Yeah.
it has
I mean-
really links back.
It's like, is the data in a JSON file, or like where are these posts coming from?
So
Yeah,
unlike a
that is
vibe coded model, this is insane. All right, this is insane. This is the dynamic UI. Like it builds UI on the top. Wolfram, I agree with you. This could be like a life-changing thing where like we're gonna move in the area of like just-in-time UIs and images. Folks, we're about 2 and something hours in. I really want to show you SAM before we go. Let's take a look at SAM before we go. But yeah, definitely Google. Despite everybody else's attempts, I think Google is the winner this week with all the releases. And there's also agent mode that I haven't showed you, and I can like super quickly show you. I don't want to like expose because this is my like emails, but you can like agent mode is coming super quick, also in labs. And what can you do? So as OpenAI has like an agentic thing, Gemini now also has an agentic thing as well.
And this is in Chrome, so you're using Arc, right, or Dia. So I upgraded Chrome, and now it's built into Chrome up here on the right.
So, but just not to confuse, I don't think that like Gemini can control Chrome for you, can it?
Yes.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
It's wild.
So the
Yeah,
agent mode can manage your calendar, handle emails, prepare for meetings, and personalized briefing, give you personalized briefing, and it does deep research as well. And it has interaction, so like you can tell it like I want this, I want that, etc. And this is like really, really cool.
I mean, so this is like Atlas is not needed now. Like
Ryan, I'm not. Are you
Ryan,
for like?
To this
I don't know.
extent, it works that well?
So I have Gemini here, and I don't think the agent mode is here, Ryan.
I'm almost positive it worked for me.
No, I would love it. Don't get me wrong. I would love it. It's just like it has current tab.
Yeah. So
It has
ask it to do something.
about the current tab. You can add some other tabs and
say like nav or click around or something.
Let's go to here.
I think
open dismiss this notification.
Come on, baby. Unless I'm just lacking sleep and I was imagining
To
it.
dismiss? No, it tells me what to do.
And the gravity uses a Chrome extension to control
Yes,
the browser.
anti-gravity extension.
Yeah, it's not. All right.
That you can run.
I'm gonna go find it and I'll prove you
Okay,
wrong.
find it. I would love that, like to know that Google stepped into agentic browser, but I don't think I have seen it yet. Folks, all right. The last thing that I want to show is where are we? We're here. We're gonna go to X because that's where everything is. I'm gonna try to find.
Your profile picture is hilarious.
Thank you. We're gonna try to find segment anything model, SAM3 and 3D. And Sam Altman shows up. Okay, hopefully you guys can see my my screen. So here's the extent of how good this model is. There's a viral video from Sora that cat is playing like different instruments on the porch, and then the woman comes out and says, "Don't play this." They just segmented. They just segmented the cat, and you can see how insane this is. Because like this is an AI-generated video fully, and only the cat is segmented, and the woman comes out, and you can see the label here, "Cat playing piano." This is a like a live text label that people just type. Cat playing the pipes. You can see only the cat is. This is insane.
That's amazing.
Insane.
It's so good.
Okay, so I want. Ooh, okay, I want to like show one more example, but I want us to like go to the actual playground.
Okay, do it.
SAM3 stands for Segment Anything Model, and their playground is absolutely bonkers. And Meta released Segment Anything Model and Segment Anything Model 3D. So let's take a look at. Oh, playground. Yes, let's take a look at the playground. Try it. It's just absolutely mind-blowing. So you can do video cutouts. Let's take a look at the video cutout. We can take an example video of this. And on the left, you can search for objects. And I think one of them is a golden retriever. We're seeing like a bunch of dogs. And then we can say golden retriever. The model will search for a golden retriever and segment only that. So this is a model with intelligence. It's not like, we can say white dogs. White dogs.
Should select 3.
And it selects only the 3 white dogs.
Wow.
Bro, this is absolutely insane. But then the insane part is
fast.
You can hit, where's the
search entire video. Oh, and you play it and it will.
And then it will segment them across the entire video.
Oh my.
And I don't know if like new dogs that will come in, they will know about them or no. But I think there's another Labrador, so we can like pause this. It needs to go to the whole video to search.
Wow.
But it only show. Oh yeah, the new white dog just showed up. Wow. Behind this white dog. Do you guys see behind the Labrador? There's a white dog.
Yeah.
And it segments only between the. This is insane.
Wow.
Look at this. And it shows the object. And you can like refine them. You can also say. So we kind of seen this, but this is like a one-shot language-based segmentation.
Jeez.
And there's a bunch of other stuff that you can do here, but also the 3D scenes and 3D bodies is the ultimate novel thing here.
I
So we
only see
can
the
upload.
post on X. I don't see what you are talking about.
Oh, you guys are not seeing all of this? Oh, my bad.
Oh no!
Wolfram, you should have said before. I'm excited about this. Okay, my bad. This is my bad. Absolutely, because I opened a new tab and you guys are here.
Darn, sorry. We were looking at videos of dogs.
Yeah, so we're gonna cut this out in the podcast and we're gonna start getting excited again. Ryan, you haven't seen anything.
This is
so,
insane.
Folks. Can you now see the playground?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the meta segment anything 3 playground, and we can take video, and we can take a video of these dogs, and then we can say in natural language here on the left to segment only Labradors. Labrador.
See only the playground, not something on the left.
Wait, again, you can see the right thing?
We see the playground and the feature templates.
Oh my God, it keeps opening a new tab for me. Okay, Wolfram. Like this? No. You know what? Let me just share the screen. I think it's easier. Apologies, folks. Live stream, and I can barely reach my laptop here. But we'll make it work. Share screen, easiest, entire screen. We don't need movies for this. Okay. So we are going to a playground here. This. So you see a video of dogs. And you can see there's some white dogs and some Labradors. So we can say trees and segment out the trees. And this will do it only for this one shot. It doesn't do it for trees. Let's do it for a dog. It segmented all the 4 dogs. We can do it Labrador.
They're cute dogs.
Yes. And then we'll only... Isn't this a Labrador? It's a Golden Retriever. Golden Retriever.
This is like testing you live.
All right.
My gosh.
So now we got only the Golden Retriever. But the trick is, me and Ryan, we already know there's multiple other Golden Retrievers that are going to come into the scene.
Watch this.
And Segment Anything 3 is a video segmentation model. And it's going to search, are all of them Golden Retrievers?
Man.
Our previous demo worked better, Ryan.
Yeah, darn it. Oh.
But you can see, like, as new dogs come into the scene, it segments the new dogs in the video.
That's so
previously,
crazy.
we had white dogs. And white dogs work way better. So let me start this, and
Can
I'll
you also do body parts like ears or tongues?
We'll try this white dog.
Dogs with tongues.
So you can see now it segments only the white dogs, and we're gonna search the entire video.
So, segment dogs' tongues.
Oh, just tongues?
You think it can do it?
I just want to get to a point where. Okay. All right, folks. It looks like we are. We're just gonna show you this like last minute. You can see the little dog coming in behind the scenes there, and that dog is like also segmented.
I mean, think about what humans are going to do with this model. Like, there's so many cool things you can do.
Yeah.
In manufacturing and safety, and I mean, very cool.
I like the little white dog that comes in there behind the scenes is crazy.
Yeah, that's cool. That's amazing.
All righty. So
we have time to do the 3D thing.
Yes, let's do the 3D thing, and then we'll finish.
We have to make sure we're still sharing.
No, we're good. We're good. Can you guys see the screen?
Yes.
All right. So unlike the world models that like generate from one picture like a 3D, they usually generate like a Gaussian splat. This one, add subtract regions. I'm gonna play with this.
Oh, interesting. So it's from an image to a 3D space.
Yes. Let's take a look.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it segments the objects from this and generates. So I can like create masks and it will generate the scene with those masks. Let's take a look. So we're seeing, for folks who are just listening, we're seeing an image of a like a generated AI image, and then we're clicking different objects in the image. It will create them as 3D objects and put them in a 3D scene.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this is insane.
Wow, I think you have to hit generate 3D down there.
Yeah.
Can you upload your own images or just the demo image?
We can upload an image. Yeah, we can add objects.
And then can you scroll around so people can?
Yeah, it's just it will generate them. So this is the pattern from the image in the 3D version.
That's crazy.
You could upload the image you had of us without the overlays, the one you created with Banana.
I don't know how to actually do this, Wolfram.
Create us.
I have no idea how to do this. Yeah. So this is segment anything 3. The bodies. I want to show you the bodies super quick. I want to show you the bodies because I tested this one out before. So here's a screenshot of us here from AI Engineer. We're gonna wait for it to upload.
You can do it.
How's the internet connection over there?
Slow.
The internet is fine. It's just like me freezing. So we're uploading a picture of like Swix here with a few folks. This is me, Swix, Dominic, and Sarah from Cerebrus, and it's gonna search for people. And then when you hit like Swix, it will generate the 3D body pose of Swix.
Oh my god!
And then if you add me, it will generate me in the same like spot relative to Swix standing like this.
That
You can
was
see like
crazy.
it knows the like relative sizes. We're gonna have Dominic, and Dominic will be like pretty much my height, but like on this size.
Oh my
And then Sarah's gonna be
gosh.
this tiny thing over here as well,
That is
which she's leaning in.
crazy.
It's absolutely
And
bonkers.
can you move people around? Is that
No,
one of
no,
the
this is like a 3D
skeleton pieces?
scene, and then you're gonna have to like export this as a 3D scene
Okay.
to recenter.
That's so crazy.
This is just like one other thing this week. Every other week, we would be stuck on this for
Jeez
I don't know,
Louise.
for like
so much good
for
stuff.
so much. Yeah. Alrighty, folks. Woo. Should we land this plane? Should we try to land this plane?
I think so.
Like I'm not even gonna do a recap. There's like so
Yeah.
much, but basically we had 3
Feels
guests on the show.
acceleration.
Feel the AGI, feel the acceleration. We had 3 guests on the show. We had Swix, we had Dominic Kundl from OpenAI, and we had Thor Chef from DeepMind and Gemini. Ryan Carson and I here are the AI engineer. We talked to you about Gemini 3 Pro and anti-gravity agentic ID. We covered, we didn't cover robotics. We covered the Meta SAM and SAM3D that we just showed you. We covered XAI's Grok 4.1 and 4.1 agent tools and the X-Search API as well. We covered Nano Banana at length with SynthID, and we even talked about Merimo with native VS Code extensions. We didn't even mention the huge deal that Microsoft and NVIDIA did with Anthropic for like $14 billion, because that in a week like this seems like not really like huge news. But we really appreciate your time. We want to shout out Swix for the support in the engineer here as well.
Yes.
Ryan, thank you for joining. Wolf from Yam and Nisa was here for a bit. LDJ, thank you guys for joining. And everybody live that joins us just on the live stream, thank you so much for joining. I'm really hoping that you guys see the value of Thursday AI every week, because weeks like this, it's really hard to keep up with everything. And this is what we do on purpose. And we're here to make sure that you don't get behind. Weeks like this is really difficult as well.
And I want to thank you. So, like, everybody watching, Alex works his tail off to do this.
Yes.
I mean, and so I want to thank you. You really deserve it, man. Like, you make this thing happen.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And appreciate everybody who tuned in, who commented. Really, really thank you. A huge shout out to all of you. If you missed any part of the show, the other part that I do after this is I edit it out to a podcast and a newsletter. So that's going to come out hopefully today. I haven't missed one Thursday today, even though today is going to be difficult. I will use AIs, I'm not going to lie to you, to help me do this job. And subscribe to Thursday AI everywhere you get your podcast if you missed it, newsletter and a podcast. And we'll see you next week. Probably not live, but probably from our own studio with a bunch of other news as well. Thank you so much, folks. We're going to conclude the stream for today. It was incredible. Ryan, thank you so much for joining, man. Thank you, Mark, for helping us behind the scenes here. And thanks for your engineers and everybody who joined. Bye-bye, everyone. Cheers.
See ya.
Bye-bye.